Let's start the exam.
Hello, welcome. Good afternoon to all the students. Selamat petang saya ucapkan kepada murid-murid yang join in. Good afternoon. I wish all of you a very good afternoon. And also welcome to the Score A Creative Learning Workshop and also Score A Olympic Briefing Session brought to you by Faber-Castell. Yes, if you can hear my voice very clearly, you can type in clear, Yes, good afternoon, Javen. Yes, very nice to meet you. Yeah, clear. Hello, Ruben. Yes, Megat. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you so much. Yes, clear. Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Selamat petang. Good afternoon. So, do you guys have any idea what you guys are doing today? Adakah anda tahu apakah sesi ini untuk? Not at all. Okay, no problem. So first of all, I'll be guiding all of you. My name is Wen Ping, and I'll be guiding all of you later. I'll be inviting later another teacher to share with you what is this competition is all about and what are the prizes involved.
Let's start the exam.
Okay, so first of all, fill in this borang kehadiran, which is attendance form. We call it attendance form. Fill in this attendance form first. Once you have done, type in done. People in the YouTube, I will share with you as well the attendance form right now. So feel free to put in the your details in the attendance form. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Once you have done, type in done. Yes, very fast, Justin. Yes, make sure this is the secondary school session. Make sure all of you are secondary school. Make sure all of you are secondary school, not primary school. We have just done the primary school session.
Score A, it's a big day. Score A, you are doing great.
Yes, all done, all done. Very good.
Everybody shall say, everybody sing, say, everybody scores A.
And second thing, I want you guys to make sure you guys have joined into the Telegram group, because very important. All the information about the competition will be shared in the Telegram group. So this Telegram group, I once again shared in the Zoom chat already. Make sure you're in the Telegram group. Pastikan anda sudah pun masuk ke Telegram group kami. Okay, so first step, the borang kehadiran. Second step, make sure you are in the Telegram group. In the YouTube, I am now pinning this message about the attendance form and also the Telegram. So make sure both steps you have done. Okay. Awesome. Okay, all done. So if you done both steps, type in done both. Yes, very good. Very good. Renuka, Dania, Yongsheng. Yes. Rowan. Yes, done both. Very good. Okay. So we are about to start. If let's say your friends, your siblings, your brother, your sister, your matcha, everyone is about to join this session also, supposed to join in this session also, ask them to join in now because we're about to start already 3:33 p.m. Yes. Ah, yes. Yes. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes. So just a quick survey before we start the session, right? Just a quick survey over here. Which form are you currently studying? Form one, two, three, four, five, six. Four, 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 four. Okay, three, three, four, five, one, one. Okay, very good. Very good. In the YouTube, people in the YouTube also can put in the Zoom chat. Also can put in the YouTube chat. Sorry. YouTube chat. Which form are you currently studying in? Form four, form one. Okay, form two. Okay. Right. Awesome. Just want a quick check about language as well. Are you okay with me speaking English? If okay, type in okay. Right. Okay. I'll campur a little bit bahasa Malaysia also, just for understanding purpose. Okay. Absolutely okay. Wow, your English is very, very fine. Very good. So English is also need to be used in the note taking later. Of course, bahasa Malaysia pun boleh. Right? Bahasa Malaysia pun boleh. Yeah. So, in one or two words, describe. Let's say, do you know about today's session? What is it about? In one of the two words, describe what is today's session about. What you know lah. What you know. Yes, what you know. Creative learning. Okay, Clarissa. Faber-Castell, note taking. Educational stuff. Naslan said. Faber-Castell. Yes, yes. The sponsor is Faber-Castell. Of course. Just now the video already shown it. Quiz stuff. We have a quiz. Yes, later. Briefing for competition. Yes, correct. So some of you are aware this is a competition. Some of you say don't know, bro. Then why are you here? Is it because your teachers asked you to join? No problem. Today we're gonna have a very, very chill, very, very casual session that just like friends, we meet up with each other, your classmates, your friends from other school, right? And then we will learn together what is the methods that we can learn and remember things and study better and more effective. After that, we can apply the techniques into a competition that you might be the grand prize winner. How much the grand prize have? I'll be sharing with you later, and then later on I'll be inviting another teacher, another brother to share with you more information as well. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to hear about today's briefing and today's workshop? If let's say you're ready, type in ready. I also need all of you, 355 of you here, and also in the YouTube chat, right? YouTube and Zoom, need to give your 100% participation today by interactive with me in the Zoom and interactive with another teacher later in the Zoom. So if you are willing to give your 100%, type in 100%, 100%, 100%. Let's go, Magatse. Very awesome. Let's go. 100%, 100%. Yes, awesome. Now I'll bring in this slide for the introduction, and then later on I'll be inviting another teacher to share with you the creative learning techniques and the competition format. So this is the creative learning by Score A Faber-Castell workshop, and for students as well. So remember, you have to join the students Telegram group that I already shared in the Zoom chat and also pinned at the YouTube chat, right? Everyone have to join this group because all the information will be there. So another information is that you need to prepare pen or pencil and then papers to make notes later. Pen or papers and pen or pencil and papers. If you have done this, if you are ready about this, type in yes. Type in yes. Type in yes if you are ready with these two items. Awesome. One extra thing that might need you to prepare is a handphone is a handphone. Let's say you have your own handphone, or you can borrow from your parents or siblings, right? Because later on we need to snap some picture of your notes and send to Telegram. So if you have handphone, type in HP. If you have a HP ready. Okay, if don't have, also never mind. But try to join us lah as close as possible. Right, with a handphone will be more ideal. Yeah, will be more ideal. HP ready. Okay, awesome. Yes. Siblings can use the same account. Yes. Later on can use the same phone to snap pictures. So no problem. Just one phone needed. Currently charging. Okay, awesome. So get ready. So today's all about creative learning techniques. Later on, I'll be inviting the teacher, very good teacher, very enthusiastic and also passionate, and also very intelligent teacher to teach you guys about creative learning techniques, right? How to remember things very clearly. How many of you want to learn about how to remember things more clearly to help in your exams? Type in me. Yes. This is the reason you want to be here. Not that I don't know, bro. Yeah. Now you know. This is the reason you want to be here. Second reason you want to be here is we have this Score A Creative Learning Olympic, which is a competition that have prizes, that have exciting prizes. So, who here wanna win prizes? Type in win. 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 Yes, if you want prizes, now I'll announce to you what kind of prizes that we can offer. We are offering you. Okay, first of all, we have Consolation Prizes, 6 unit, 500 ringgit cash each unit, and Faber-Castell product hamper worth 200 ringgit, and a trophy and also certificate of achievement. Third runner-up, which means the fourth place, tempat keempat, 800 ringgit cash, Faber-Castell hamper, trophy and certificate. And then we have the second runner-up, which is the third place, 1,000 ringgit cash. First runner-up, which is the second place, 1,500 ringgit cash. Who want to take a guess? How much does champion has? How much the champion has got to win? Right. Someone said 2,000. Someone said 2,009. Don't know why the $9 comes from. Okay, the answer is 2,500 ringgit cash. Faber-Castell product hamper worth 500 ringgit and trophy and also certificate. Yes, is this prizes excite you? Does this prize excite you? If it's a wow prizes, type in WOW wow. Type in WOW wow if you think these prizes are a wow factor. Yes, wow money. But more importantly, if let's say you have this 2,500, right? What you want to do? Type it in one sentence. What you want to do with $2,500, right? 2,500 ringgit. Buy books. Oh, okay. Buy computer. Online shopping. Buy what? Buy BTS concert. Wow. Save lah. Some of things. Some you say save for the future. Yes. Very good. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So these are the prizes up to grab. So make sure you are ready and make sure you listen and pay 100% participation, 100% attention to this part, and we will go on to the invite our teacher to teach about the creative learning techniques. Yes, so the teacher that I'm talking about, the intelligent brother that I'm talking about, is called Jay Wong. So everyone can call him Teacher Jay, Brother Jay, Abang Jay, right? He's a very experienced education program specialist, more than 10 years, and then teaching over 100,000 teachers and students from different countries, right? One of the specialty that Jay has is that he likes to play games. He likes to engage with many students and play fun games with them. How many of you like playing games over here? Right? Type in yes. Type in yes if you like to play games. Right. So he teach using some game method. He teach using some interesting methods so that you can remember clearly. So many of the methods that we are teaching is a creative side of things. It's more personalized kind of techniques so you can remember things more clearly. So we have comic, we have a game board as well in the future programs. So maybe future you will have a chance to join our front programs as well. Okay, these are the comic side. Just now are the game board sides. And right, so very, very awesome. Now we are about to learn about different learning techniques from Jay. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? If you guys ready to invite our teacher Jay over here, type in ready, and without further ado, we will invite teacher Jay or brother Jay to join us in this Zoom. Yes, I think many of you are already ready. And now let's invite Jay over to the Zoom and greet the students over here. Welcome, Jay.
Hello everyone. Good evening, good afternoon to everyone. So how are all of you guys doing over here? So Wenping, maybe if you want to put me as the host so that I can see their chat over here.
Yep, I already put you as the host. You can put me as co-host.
Yeah.
I can search my name and then put me as co-host.
Yeah. So it's really fabulous to be together with all of you, 373 of you over here. I know many of you are joining in from Zoom and also from YouTube. So hello to those of you who are coming from YouTube channel as well. So before we start, just wanted to find out if I am using English as my main language of conduct for the next 2 hours. Are you okay with it? If you are okay, comment down okay. If you need to have other language, comment down the language that you prefer it to be on. By the way, I only know 3 languages. So yeah, Chinese I'm okay, English I'm okay, BM I'm okay juga. Okay, mixed with BM lah. Okay, so I think majority of you are okay with English, but however, if you have any questions with regards to whatever sharing session that we are having shortly in a while, you can put in help, I need help. Then we will know that we will need to put in some translation over there. Is it okay? If you're okay with it, comment down okay. And also for the next 2 hours, we are going to essentially do a very quick sharing session on a little bit of information on creative learning. What is creative learning? Shortly, we'll be sharing with you on some of the methods that we have been sharing with many teachers around Malaysia and around the world as well. Learning from experts from around the world. From Colombia, from America. So they are very intelligent teachers from around the world that has shared many resources in helping students like you and me, myself as well. I'm a student as well, student of life. We are learning a lot of other different topics as well from a lot of books that we require a lot of very creative ways to learn. So how many of you are as excited as I am? I know when it talks about learning, it might be a little bit, wow, learning, I got to learn so much things from school. But however, hopefully we are able to do something very interesting to hopefully allow you to have much more of a cutting edge to be able to learn and remember what you have learned better. Okay, so before I start, would you be able to comment down in the Zoom chat below what form are you currently in? Form 5, Form 4, Form 3, Form 2. Okay, they are Form 1 students as well. Okay, awesome. And for Form, is there any Form 5 students? Let's have a look. Okay, any Form 5 student, if you are Form 5 student, comment down Form 5. Comment down Form 5. Wow, there's quite a lot of Form 5 students. By the way, Form 5 students, when is your SPM? When is your SPM? Which month is the SPM happening? March 2023. Okay, still a long time. So this session coming just right in time. Hopefully you're able to apply some of the methods over here that we're about to share with you in your studying and in your learning process for preparation for SPM. Okay, so for the session for today, also, if you are able to give me your 100% participation in this program today, comment down 100. Comment down 100 if you are able to give us your 100% participation. In terms of all of the activities, it will not be just me talking. There'll be some interactive activities for you to understand and experience some of the learning methods that we will be sharing for today. Okay, kalau untuk semua yang berada di depan skrin sekarang, kalau anda boleh bagi 100%, your 100% attention ya, fokus untuk sesi pada hari ini, bagilah 100%. Yes. So dalam kita buat apa-apa sekalipun, when we do anything, we need 100% participation. Yeah, it's all or nothing. Yeah. Okay, so if you are ready for the session to kickstart, and I will just quickly run through with what we are about to share with you for today. Okay, so comment down ready if you are ready. And basically, there is only going to be 3 things that we'll be sharing with you for today. Number 1, what is the Score A Creative Learning Olympic Challenge? Yeah. Number 2, what are the exciting prizes and how you can participate in this competition? And number 3, some of the main informations, how you can learn better so that you are able to apply it in your studies. Okay, so let me share my screen over here. And okay, Wenping, if you can see my screen, just give me a shout out and just let me know over here.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so over here, Score A, Faber-Castell. So when we're talking about Score A creative learning, right, it's all about applying creative methods for you to be able to learn better and remember better in your school. So in honestly, just comment down in the Zoom chat, how many of you find that studying or learning something or trying to memorize something is often a very, very huge hassle? So from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 sampai 10, 10, that means very, very hard. 1, that means, oh, easy peasy, no problem. Comment down in the Zoom chat. How do you feel? How do you rate studying and learning? 1, that means super easy. 10, that means super hard. 5, that means okay, right? Okay, most of you just put 5. Okay, wow, 10, yeah? Atira, that's interesting. Rowan, easy peasy. So this one might be a piece of cake for you, yeah, Rowan? Okay, then I see majority is 5, 6. Okay, so question ya, for those of you who comment 5 and above, kalau anda rate lah 5 ke atas ya, what area do you find most challenging about learning? Comment down in the Zoom chat. For those of you who comment 5 and below, what stresses you most, right? What is the main part that makes you, think that this learning thing, right? It's taking a huge toll on my health, mental health and such, right? Okay, memorizing, okay, motivation, okay. I think a lot of you write down memorizing, mathematics, okay, the understanding. When you procrastinate on something, I'm a big fan of procrastination as well, to be honest. But hopefully we are able to address some of that over here. I think a lot of you, when I was talking to a lot of students from around the world as well, you know, not only in Malaysia, from Philippines, Indonesia, Colombia, US, all the way from Brazil as well. Memorizing is one of the key things that always students find it difficult, right? Comment down yes if you face the same thing as well in memorizing things, yeah, right? I think making it fun and not making it boring, it's something very subjective. So memorizing, okay, whether something that you learn, can you remember it, right? That is very easy that we can immediately see. Okay, so we're going to be focusing on something very, very, very direct, which is when we want to talk about learning, right? And when we talk about creative learning, we have to first identify that creativity is actually something very, very important, in which it only is required, you need to be creative only when one thing happens. It's only when you face problem, not face problem, when we are dealt with challenges in life. This is the time where we have to use our brain juices. This is where we have to use our brain to come up with something creativity to solve the problem. Do you agree? If you agree, comment down yes. Because if you don't have any problem, if life is all smooth sailing, right? Very beautiful sky, blue sky, beautiful birds, right? Do you need to use any of your brain cells? No, because life is good. You don't even need to have anything creative to be done with, right? It is when you are facing with any problem or challenges in life, especially in school. We're talking about learning over here. This is where we need to allow a lot of creativity to be embedded so that we can solve problems. So one of the main things over here, I think a lot of you agree with us over here, is that on memorizing and remembering, this is one thing that is a huge challenge for a lot of students, right? So we are going to be addressing this in particular. And to be able to address this, right, memorizing, remembering, I remember when I was at your age, right? At maths, okay, you have to memorize a lot of formulas, right? Sejarah, history, you have to memorize a lot of names, right? Dates and all of that. Biology, I'm not sure, science, all of that, a lot of things to remember, right? So all of this remembering and memorizing. In order to solve this puzzle over here, there's one main thing or two questions that we need to identify and solve. What are the two main questions? Number one, how does learning and memory work? You can write this down as well, right? We're going to try and break the code, yeah, for learning and memory, okay? And the question number two is that, what causes us to forget what we learn, right? So it was like, you know, a few weeks ago, I was meeting with someone new, right? And I was speaking to him and he introduced me his name. But after a few conversations, I seem to have just forgotten his name. So what causes us to forget a person's name? And it is because precisely this reason is that my memory is not superhuman. That is why I have to come up with some strategies and methods for us to be able to use to remember something for a very long term. Okay, so when we're talking about this two question over here, right? How do we learn and how does our brain process information? And number two, what causes us to forget what we have learned? Okay, so here is one of the main graphs that we always come back to. So there are a lot of scientific research that has been done with human brain development, how our brain works. But this is one of the main one that I myself always come back to, which is the stages of memory. Right? So in a nutshell, right, in a simplified manner, oversimplified manner, when you are learning something new, right, or when you are going through some textbooks, when you're learning something and when you're putting in new informations into your brain, it goes through three main phases, right? Three main phases. We call this the ECR. E stands for encoding, C stands for consolidation, R stands for retrieval. Okay, what is encoding? Encoding basically means that you have to understand what you learn. So information comes in, you got to rearrange it like the blocks over here so that your brain makes sense, right? And then consolidation, after you have understand the topic, how can you put it in your brain so that it can last a long time? Like remembering someone's name, right? How can you remember for a very, very long time and not forgetting it? And finally, the retrieval, which is after you have remember all of the information on sejarah, going to the exam hall, sitting on the exam, when you're trying to pull out the name from your brain, I forget that name. What's that name again? What's that name? Kevin Hart calls it the snap finger name. I'm trying to remember it, but I can't remember, right? So how do we try and remember what we have learned and retrieve it effectively? That's what we're aiming for over here, right? So again, encoding means that understanding what is it. Number two, remembering it. How do we use some brain glue to glue everything together? Okay, so a little bit of test over here. Yeah, we talk about encoding, right? Just comment down in the Zoom chat below. Can you guess what this thing is? What is the silhouette about over here? Okay, everyone writes down monkeys. So what happens right now is that a new information is being placed in your visual aid, right? And your brain is trying to process this. So what happens is that your brain is trying to go through all the silhouette. Oh, this looks like something. Hey, how come there's hair? How do I know it's not a human? Oh, there's tails over here. So maybe it's monkey. So the encoding phase is starting to happen, right? I'm trying to understand what is it, right? And then it comes out with a few answers based on the information that is being done. So what is the answer? Wow, very good. Two rain monkeys holding a leaf, right? And you didn't see someone holding the banana, right? Because there's no silhouette over there. Okay, if you got it correct, comment down yes. Comment down yes if you got it correct. Okay, so it is a very simple activity on how encoding process works, right? So now that you have understand and remember this, how do you remember it as a whole? Right? So how do you remember it as a whole goes into a few parts. I'm going to break it down in a few simple methods for you to understand how it works. But just comment down on the Zoom chat right now, right? Just look at this picture and comment down what do you see on this picture over here. Yeah, there's no trick question. Just answer what can you see from this picture over here. Okay, someone comment orange. Okay, apple, apple, apple. Okay, very good. So why do I ask this question? Very simple. Again, what happens when I'm asking this question is that your brain is consist of billions and billions of cells, neuron, what we call that. But in a simplified term, there's a lot of file cabinet, right? A lot of file like folders in your computer, in your brain that is searched, and it comes back to you with the answer. Mr. Albert, the answer is an apple, right? And that's what answer you got, right? And so question is that, assuming that this is something new that you have learned, right? Comment down in the Zoom chat below, how old do you think you start to learn about this thing over here? How old did you start to learn about this thing? Oh, 1 year old, 5 years old, 4 years old, 3 years old, 6 years old. Okay, 0.5 years old. Okay, very good. So let's say, for example, majority 3 years old, right? Okay, so when you are 3 years old, right, when you are learning about something new, maybe your father and your mother provides you with this thing over here. You don't know that it's called an apple yet. You just know that it's something red, right? So the first information that comes into your brain is through your senses. The look of it, the color of it, right? It looks red color. The sound of it, when you hit on it, oh, it sounds like that. When you bite on it, okay, the sound sounds like this. The smell of it smells delicious, right? The taste of it and the touch of it, touch very smooth, right? So you got to really understand that these are all the first level information that comes to your brain. Same thing when you're learning something new in sejarah, right? Unfortunately, there's only through look, and there's not many other things that you have to put in yourself, fill in the blank yourself. But at this stage, do you know that this thing is called an apple? Yes or no? Yes or no? Comment down in the Zoom chat. You don't know that it's an apple yet. You only know that it looks through the 5 senses through this way. Not yet, right? And then what happens is that after you have go through the senses phase, the look, the sound, right? Your eye, your ear, your nose, your taste, and also your touch, you feel a sense of happy or sad emotions, right? You like it or you dislike it, to put it in simple terms. Maybe the apple is sweet, so you feel very happy, you like it. Maybe the apple is very sour or has a worm inside it, so you feel dislike or sad about it, right? And then it goes through some stories and experience. Maybe your mom and dad brought you to the shopping complex, right? And then they bought you some apple. Or when you are bringing that apple, right, it drops on the floor. So there are a lot of stories and experience, and you start thinking about it. Oh, apple, I learned about this thing called apple. And finally, when you go to school, the teacher or your mother tells you that this is an apple. So we put the name and attach the name onto it. And we learn how to write the word apple. And then finally, we learn how to picture the apple. So these are what we call all of the hooks of primary stages of memory. Why do I call it by hooks? Anyone knows what this thing is over here? Comment down in the Zoom chat if you know what this thing is. Yes, it's a Velcro. What's a Velcro? Sounds like this, right? So it sticks, so it has 2 sides. One side is sort of like a cotton, like wool, right? And then another side, there's a lot of hooks on top, right? So what causes a Velcro to stick and how strongly it can stick together is when there are many hooks, right? If there are many hooks, the more hooks there is, that means the stronger the Velcro will stick together, right? So in order to use this analogy on learning something new, right? The information that you learn and understand that you're trying to remember, it has to have a lot of hooks. In other words, the link and association, right? So the more hooks there are, so if we zoom in microscopically, zoom in 20 times, yeah? So it looks something like this microscopically. And then assuming this wool part over here are all informations that you want to remember on your brain. So the hooks are like your brain that they are trying to collect and hook the information. So the more link and association, the more powerful the information will be staying in your brain. So just keep it in your memory for now. More hooks, more memory, learn better. Okay, so another activity, just look at this white color screen over here and comment down as fast as you can if you are able to derive what is this. Yeah, comment down in the Zoom chat, what is this thing over here? What is this thing over here? Okay, if you don't know, just comment down no idea. Yeah, just comment down no idea if you don't know. Yeah, some of you got the answer. Some majority of you got no idea. A thing in the earth. Okay, that's a very good answer. Very safe answer as well. Exotic fruit. Okay, so a lot of you know the answer over here. So again, what happens is that if you do not know the answer, what happens is that your brain has searched again a billion files in your file cabinet in your brain, the neurons inside, and it came back the answer to you 404 file not found, right? Data yang Anda carikan tidak dapat ditemui, so you don't have the answer from it, right? So brain exe has stopped working. It has not stopped working yet. It has not found the file, right? So what happens from here is that if we compare it to the apple just now, right? The senses, very high here. Emotion, very high, right? Story experience, 10. Thinking, 10. Sound, 10. Words, 10, right? Picture, level 10. But what about this new thing that you're trying to learn from it, right? Senses, if you don't know about this thing, taste, very low. Color of it, first time that you're looking at it. Look of it, first time you're looking at it. Smell of it, never smelled it before. Touch, very low. So what is the score for senses? Comment down in the Zoom chat. Or maybe you have no interest whatsoever, right? 2 out of 10, 0, right? So you don't know about it. So feeling and emotion, what's the score? 0 as well, if you're first time seeing it, right? Sound of it, never eat it before, 0. Words, pictures, all 0, right? So it's the same thing when you're learning something new in class, or you're trying to remember a new information in sejarah and maths whatsoever. Same thing with this. So it's what we call the brain has no idea or confused. Very good. So question, yeah, to all of you over here, what are the chances of you forgetting what this thing is over here? What are the chances of you forgetting what this thing is called? Right, 0% chance. So you might tell me, Teacher J, this thing over here, I will definitely not forget it unless I have Alzheimer's or something like that, right? I will remember it forever for the rest of my life. But what about this thing over here? Maybe you might forget next week and things like that, right? So what's the actual name of it? Yes, it's called finger lime. It's actually a very popular fruit, not in Malaysia, but in Australia, especially in New South Wales and Queensland, right? Yeah, finger lime, and it's called nicknamed caviar lime because it looks like the fish eggs, the caviar, right? Okay, so what are the chances of you forgetting this? Next week when I ask you again. Maybe you'll forget it, maybe you won't, right? But again, back to the thing over here, right? When we talk about stages of memory, you need to have encoding and consolidation phase. So let us, 3 business days, very good answer. So encoding and consolidation phase for the retrieval. Let's test your memory for now, yeah? So for this test to work, right, if you have a piece of paper, kalau ada kertas, keluarkan kertas and a piece of pen and pencil, yeah? But do not do anything yet. And try not to screenshot this also, yeah? Just use your eyes and your brain to try and capture all of this information. Is it okay? If you are ready, comment down ready, and I'll show you the picture for you to remember and try and remember to test your brain power to see how absorbent your brain is to remember things. Okay, so if you're ready, in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm just gonna give you about 2 minutes to try and remember all of this information. Don't use screenshot and try not to jot it down. Just use your eyes and your brain. Just look at the screen and try to memorize all of this. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and try to remember all of this information as much as you can. Okay, just don't stress out. Just try as best as you can. If you can remember only one, just do one, no problem. And if you can do one, then maybe you can do 2. If you can do 2, maybe you can do 3. Yeah, and it goes on. Okay, Okay, about 1 more minute. 1 more minute. Just try the best as you can. Yeah, this is just a baseline test on your memory level. Okay, so 30 more seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Final 10 seconds. Just don't write it down first, yeah? Just don't write it down. Bro, someone writing it down. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so right now, just bring out the piece of paper and try to write it down without referring to any of your screenshots, just using the screenshot of your brain, and try to write down as many items that you manage to recall in your brain. So right now is the retrieval process, yeah? Retrieval process. We jump these two parts and we jump straight to the retrieval process. And just write down as many info that you can. And if you are able to draw it out, it's okay as well, but you can just write it down. Yeah. Okay. So if you can, just snap a picture of the list that you have and send it to the Telegram group if you are not already in the Telegram group. By the way, the Telegram group is very, very important because all of the information for the competition will be actually in the Telegram group. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, just write down as many as you can. Just snap a picture and send it inside. Okay, many of you have already shared it over here. Very good. And okay, let's see. Wow, many of you did actually quite well. Okay, clock, motorcycle, headphones. Very good. Yeah, just snap a picture and share it in the Telegram group over here. Okay, and if you are done with it, I need you to comment down on the Zoom chat over here how many items that you managed to recall. What's the number of informations that you managed to recall? Just a baseline test. If you have one, just write one. It's okay, right? 5, 7, it's fine. Okay. This is just to test your memory lah. Okay. This has nothing to do with the competition, right? The 2,500 ringgit grand prize, nothing to do with that. Yeah, just a baseline test of your memory. Okay, 12, 12, okay, not bad. 7, okay, 20, wow, very good. 20, that's powerful. Okay, we cannot send message in Telegram. Okay. Okay, so we got 22. Okay, very powerful. So question is, how well did you do? If you have 5 and above, that means you are actually normal human being like me. And for those of you who get 10 and above, right? Comment down below, what methods did you use? What methods did you use? Yeah, what are the methods that you use? Photographic memory, make it a simple image, just remember the image. Okay, right, because there was actually a study that is being done, right, on memory and how many informations can a human brain remember without using any technique, yeah? So there was a test and a scientific research that was being done many years ago from a phone company, telephone, yeah? They're trying to find out how many informations can a person's brain remember. So comment down on the Zoom chat over here as well. What is the number of digits, yeah, that is available on your phone number? How many digits are there on your phone number without the 017 or 012, 013, etc.? How many digits are there? Yes, the answer is 7, right? Yeah, without the 012, 013. Why? Why was it 7? This was before when we have smartphones, yeah? So what happens was that this research actually did was that, they actually released 7 numbers, right? And what happens is that they try to increase 1 more digit to 8 digits. And what happens was that they immediately see a drop in number of call. And also, many call the wrong number. Because at the time, it was using operator. So the operator has to connect the lines. And what happens was that when it goes to 8 digits, immediately the number of call rate dropped tremendously, right? And with no techniques, the research has shown that with no techniques whatsoever, yeah, the brain can hold about 7 to 8 informations at one time. Yeah. So from here, question is that to be able to increase this number to higher, we will have to use some form of technique. And this is where we are trying to go through the encoding and consolidation phase over here. So just look at this picture of this person over here, named Simon Reinhardt, 2 times world memory champion. And what he does is very, very powerful and amazing. What is do is that he can remember many information in his brain. So for example, this was one of the tests or competitions that he did, that he managed to remember over 200 over digits in 200 seconds. So similar to what you did just now. So 1 information, 1 second to remember. And he's able to recall about 200 information. But what's more interesting is that it seems that when he started, his memory was not very powerful. It was not amazing at all. And it was about 7 to 8 average as well, just like many of us. But it's just that after going through a couple of techniques and strategies that we'll be sharing with you, yeah, shortly in a while, he's able to increase his brain capacity of memorying into the levels of expert and professional. Okay, and if you have time, you can just go and research this International Association of Memory. You might want to write this down. They have shared all of the top memory experts around the world and the methods that they use to remember many things. For example, this was him going through some of the speed card remembering competition. National record, world number 11, 5 minute remembering name and faces, remembering cards, name, 15-minute words, remembering cards. So there was actually a competition in Malaysia, 2017, 37 place, 5 minutes binary number remembering. So very powerful capacity. And if you go through all of the methods that they share, right, that they use, you can see from the International Association of Memory over here, they use many different methods: 10,000 image, 4-digit system, phonetic, mnemonic, band system, Katapayadi system. So after I have researched about all of this memory method, I know that I can never go back to use the old school repeating until you remember method. So how many of you actually use this repeating again and again and again until you remember what you are trying to remember method? Comment down yes. Comment down yes if you are one of the person that uses or rely on the remembering again and again and again. Hopefully it sticks to your brain method. Okay. Yeah, me, I was part of it as well. But after I've gone through some of this memory experts method, I can never go back anymore. So what is the main principle behind all of this effective learning method that it can remember so many informations with 0 error? So part of it is the encoding phase. This is where you have to write down some notes. Yeah, encoding means that for a good encoding to work, right, you have to have 2 main important parts. Part 1 is that you have to form distinctive memories. Something that stands out to your memory. It's how our brain works. Something that stands out, we catch attention. You know, back to the Stone Age era, something red color means danger. So our brain will remember it and we will never to go back to that. Otherwise, we will get killed, right? So secondly, you have to form links and association, right, amongst memory to help for later retrieval. Right? So these are the 2 main things. So what do we mean by the first one, distinctiveness? Okay, the picture that you saw just now, the clock, right? So which do you think is more distinctive, the left one or the right one? Comment on the Zoom chat. The left or the right is more distinctive? Yeah, I think majority of you would say that the right-hand side would be more distinctive, right? So question is why? Why do you think the majority of us thinks that the right hand side is much more distinctive, more stand out, lebih menonjol kepada otak kita? Not boring. Okay, so but if we go in more detail, it goes back to this primary stages of memory. Senses, the look of it, red color, right? It has a face, there's emotion, right? Maybe there's a story, right? There's more information and hooks on this information, and that is why it is more distinctive, right? There's more information, emotion as well, right? And number two, links and association, right? More characteristic for us to remember. Yes, powerful, Isabel. So secondly, links and association. So these are some of the methods that the brain expert actually use. Yeah. Number one, story method. So what can we use story to remember the first line of this memory, for example? So maybe you can comment down in the Zoom chat if you have any ideas on the story. Maybe it's 11 p.m. on the clock and the moon rises up and shines down the moonlight on the biker, and the biker was wearing a headphone. So that's a story, right? Linking all together. So we are tying the informations with informations, right? And not trying to remembering as a standalone. Because why? Our brain actually functions like an associative organism. It's like a web of neurons, right? The biker wearing a headphone under the moonlight, and it's 11 p.m., right? Very powerful. Okay, boring time. Okay, next. You can use acronym as well for those of you who are very powerful with words. So it's like the ECR method, right? What was it? Encoding, consolidation, and retrieval method, right? CLOMO-BH, CMBH acronym. Or you can use mnemonic method. The clock asked the moon to sing to the biker in his headphones, right? At night, the thief steal headphone. Okay, very good. Joan, very powerful. But there's one memory method that was really stood out to me that I always use it in any of my learning, which is called the memory palace method. Any of you heard of the memory palace method? Comment down on the Zoom chat. If no, just comment down X. Just comment down X if you have never heard of it before. Okay, some of you have heard it before. Majority of you have not. Okay, so I think from Sherlock Holmes, very good. I think a lot of you watched that before. So memory palace method, it actually works in real life. And this is how this person over here managed to remember so many cards and numbers. So in principle, yeah, since many of you have never heard of it before, I'm just going to go very fast on what this method is. So basically, it is a method of linking and association. Linking to what? Linking to some place that you are very familiar with. So for example, is there any information or location, right, that you are very, very, very familiar with, that if you close your eyes, you can imagine everything that is in that location? For example, if you are in your house, you already know where's the sofa, where's the TV, where's the remote control. We always forget the remote control, but it's okay. Where's the fan, where's the stairs, everything, if you're closing your eyes, right? Just comment down in the Zoom chat here, which are the places that you're super familiar with in your brain. You close your eyes, you can immediately remember. Hey, KLCC, maybe you always go there to have lunch. So that might be a very, very familiar place for you. Your bedroom, yes. Your classroom, yes, right? Everything like that. So that would be the anchor, the core of your information. And what happens is that you can place all of this information in specific places of that place. For example, if you're very familiar, you choose, number one, the anchor location as the playground, right? That you know this is the swing, this is where the slide is, the climbing thing, the sand pit, right? So what this do is that you can visually or mentally put the images on the locations in the memory palace. So for example, the moon, we're going to put it on the swing. And then the biker, we're going to put on the slide. The clock, we're going to put on the climbing thing. And the headphones, we're going to put on the sand pit. But after we have placed it there, it's not secure yet, right? Remember the two rules of encoding. Number one, it has to be distinctive. We have just only done the linking and association. So how do we make it distinctive? Maybe you can put in the Zoom chat over here, yeah? The moon over here, maybe you can put in some emotions. Maybe the moon is afraid of heights. When it's swinging, he's shouting, on the swing, or maybe the moon is very drowsy, sleeping on the swing, or on the biker, right? The biker should be very easy. They zoom past down all the way. Just imagine the biker going down at tremendous speed, like the daredevil going down the slide, right? The biker fell down, all right? And then the clock. Okay, what can you do about the clock? Maybe you can comment down in the Zoom chat. The clock, maybe the shape looks like the climbing thing over here. And any ideas as well? And then, of course, the headphones, maybe you are basically, the headphones is being intruded by sand. So the sand went into the headphones, so the music could not come out, right? So what we did over here is that, yeah, the headphone buried in the sand. That's workable as well. So what happens is that we just tied in all of this with links and association and the distinctiveness of it using the stages of memory, which is the encoding phase. Distinctive memory plus links and association. So if I were to ask you once again, what info did we put on the swing? If you can comment down on the Zoom chat over here. Yes, so immediately your brain should have immediately saw the moon that is maybe sleeping or maybe shouting on the swing. And then what about the slide over here? What was the thing that was placed on the slide? Yeah, what about the climbing machine over here? Yes, the clock. And what about the sand pit over here? Headphones. Yes. So does the memory palace work? Yes or no? Comment down on the Zoom chat. Yes, it works tremendously well, but right now you are just using your short-term memory. So we can only know if it really works after maybe 1 hour or 2 hours when we retrieve it. But for now, it definitely demonstrates to you that it really works, right? And you can use it in any of your subjects. History, mathematics formula, we'll show you shortly how to use it, shortly in a while. Okay, so since that all of you are basically memory experts, right? How many of you are kind of confident right now? Hey, I could actually use some of these techniques in remembering some of the things that I'm going through in exam. Comment down yes. Comment down yes if you feel that, hey, okay, this story method, this distinctiveness, this linking method, I got some confidence that maybe it could work. Comment down yes. Yeah. It's just words, not picture. Okay, yes. I think this method will help me a lot in exam. Okay, very good, Shazwani, yeah? Okay, very powerful. So right now you should be very powerful memory experts already, yeah? Maybe, yeah? Okay, need more information. So questions to all of you over here, comment down as soon as you can, right? As soon as you can, what is this person's name over here? What is this person's name over here? If you forgot already, just comment down forgotten. Just comment down forgot. Okay, I think majority of you forgot. Some of you remember. I'm very impressed. Some of you actually remember. Okay, Steve. Okay, many of you remembered. Okay, that's interesting. And I think close to 80% actually forgot. Okay. Why? Question, did you see his name just now when I flashed the picture? Comment down in the Zoom chat. Did you see the name? Did you see the name? I actually showed you the slide just now. Yeah, 2 times world memory champion, right? Yes. And then did you hear his name just now? Did you hear his name? Yes, right? But why did we forget about this? Why did we forget about his name? It's very simple, right? And this happens a lot in classes as well. Yesterday, the teacher told about this information, but then today you forget about it, right? It happens all the time. Why? If we go back towards this, it's all because stages of memory. Right now, I just asked you a question. Your brain just searched 1 billion cells and there was no information or wrong information. This is the retrieval phase. But then the encoding and consolidation phase was not completed. And that is why retrieval, you would have some form of challenges. So if the next time, if you forget some informations in class, what you should remember is that you do not have an inferior brain or your brain is perfectly normal. It is just that the encoding and consolidation phase was not completed in a well-mannered. And that is why the retrieval phase, you would have some challenges. Okay, just remember this for this once time, yeah? And what is his name? What was his name? A lot of you remember his name. His name is, I'm going to flash the screen one more time. His name is Simon Reinhardt. Yeah, Simon Reinhardt. Okay. Someone got the wrong spelling, but it's okay as long as you got it. Okay. So question is that how do we remember this name? You just saw it for the second time, but in 1 week's time, can you remember his name again? Right? So there are a few methods that we can use. Again, we can use back the distinctiveness, links and association, and also we can use the some picture methods to remember it as well. So how do we use that? Yeah, because we know that remembering something, you need a lot of information, right? A lot of information to hook all of the informations together. So how do we remember this? Assuming you have a lot of names to remember for sejarah, a lot of names to remember for mathematics and maths and whatsoever, there are a few things, right? If it's too long of a name, you can choose to break it down and to hook it, link it to something information, right? And utilize your senses. And of course, encoding, consolidation, and retrieval. Yeah, Nazlan says that think of him as a buddy, right? Sometimes I forget my buddy's name as well. So how can we remember his name over here using a very simplified manner? Yeah? This name is very simple to remember, right? There was a test that we tried to remember the world's longest name using this method. And that was very interesting as well. You can search, yeah? If you go Google, try to search for the world's longest name in the world. And maybe you can paste it on the Zoom chat over here. Okay. And okay, how do we remember this name? Assuming that this is coming out in SPM, if we get the name correct, and we will be able to get full marks. Okay, first one is that we can break it down. So Simon might be a very simple name, right? Might be a very, very simple name to remember. Okay, so we are having all of the world's longest name already. Hubert Blaine Wolf. Maybe we can try a little bit here later. Yeah. Okay. So Simon Reinhardt. Okay, we can break it down into simple form. Remember, our brain loves distinctive and emotion and pictures. So from here, maybe you can remember Simon as Simon Cowell, or maybe your friend is called Simon, and also Reinhardt. So maybe Simon, it's drenched in wet because of the rain. It's very hard. So you can use rain, sounds like rain. So other methods, you can chime in as well, yeah, in the Zoom chat. What are the ideas that you have? Maybe you watch The Simpsons, so you can put it, The Simpsons turns on the switch and suddenly it rains very hard. Or maybe something more simpler, Simba. Simba turns on the light switch and what happens was that it rained very hard. So we're using story, we're using link and association, and we are using some emotions. Maybe Simba is very sad because it rains very hard on him because he turns on the switch to the light, to the what do you call it? To the rain. Okay, and this is how we try, we can remember his name. Yeah. So what about this name? The world's longest name over here. Our friend just copied it over here. Hubert Blaine Wolfers Legelstein Hausenberger-Dorf Senior. Same thing as well, right? We tried this before with a very, very long name. Later, if you have time, I can show you how we remember this name, but the same concept works as well, right? Hubert Blaine, Wolf, ES, HL Milk, E Gel, stain on the shirt with a house, a few cents, eating a burger with dwarf and senior. The same thing as well. It's in my brain. How I do it is that same thing. I broke it down. Hubert, human shoe, Bert from Simpson, Blaine, David Blaine, the wolf, clicks on the escape key, and then the HL milk, putting the gel, and there's a stain on the shirt with a house. And together there's 1 cent with some burgers, eating by a dwarf. Yeah. Very interesting. So maybe you want to try this out. We'll try this out shortly in a while to see how well it works for you. Yeah. But this is the main concept on how it works. Yeah. Okay. So question again, on the left hand side and the right hand side. Left, pictures. Right hand side are with words. Which do you think is much easier to be remembered by the brain? Comment down on the Zoom chat. Left or right hand side? Left or right hand side? Is it the pictures or is it the words? Much easier to be remembered by your brain. Yeah, I think majority of you would say that pictures are more distinctive to the brain and it's easier to be remembered. Yeah, so I think close minority might actually say words. It does work better for your brain for some people. Some people can remember words much easier. That's why they have a different learning style. But majority of us, close to about 70+% of us, are very visual based learner. Because if I do an experiment, right? If I ask you to imagine a clock, right? And immediately your brain would come up with a picture of a clock, right? If I were to ask you spider web, immediately your brain will pop up an image of spider web, right? So in other words, in looking at the words, your brain will have to convert it to a picture, especially if it's a very direct, straightforward items. Yeah, right? So why is it that pictures are easier to be remembered? Very simple. It is because you heard of the saying, picture is worth 1,000 words, right? I think you've heard of it many times before. But why is picture worth 1,000 words? Because if we go back to this, you might want to screenshot this the next time when you're trying to remember something. The higher the senses it is, the more hooks there are, right? The color, right? The feeling and emotion, right? All of it. And it hits on the two main primary hooks of the brain, which is the looking, using your eyes, the visual side of things, and the picture format. You don't need to convert it anymore, right? So if you can see the correlation over here, comment down yes if you feel that yes, picture is actually very important to form powerful remembering or powerful memory. Yes, powerful, right? So in that is the case, what we need you to do over here is to do a very simple activity. So let's say, for example, if you're taking notes in your school, right? And if you have just gone through a hell of a day and you're trying to remember so many things, there are a few things that you can do over here, right? We call this an emoji game. And I need you to do this together with us. Just bring out a piece of paper, right? And what happens is that this emoji game is very simple. I am just going to share with you a word, right? A word. And what you need to do is to just create an image. Just create an image. And it has to be created within 20 seconds, right? That's the rule of it. Simple. So if I say house, just create a picture of a house. That's it. Okay, so if you're ready, are you ready? If you're ready, comment down ready in the Zoom chat. Comment down ready in the Zoom chat. Okay. And remember, 20 seconds. We'll start the time right now. Okay, so first word is apple. Yeah, this should be very easy. Less than 10 seconds, you should be able to create the apple. Okay, apple. And next word is intelligent. What word can you associate it with? Intelligent. What pictures can you associate it with intelligent? Okay, next word. 20 seconds, yeah? Remember, just do it as fast as you can. Healthy. The next word is healthy. What word can you use? What pictures can you use to represent healthy? Next word over here, intelligent student. Intelligent student. Okay. Next one, orangutan. 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 Right? Under 20 seconds, how can you create something distinctive for your brain to remember the word orangutan? Next, we have the word parameswara. Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, I'm not sure if you heard of this before, but Form 4 and above should be very familiar with you. Sejarah Form 3. Okay, thank you, Ririka. Next few ones over here, greenhouse gas. How can you create greenhouse gas over here? Yeah, a picture of greenhouse gas, symbolizing emoji of greenhouse gas. Okay. And next up, final two, Pongo Pygmaeus. What is Pongo Pygmaeus actually? What is Pongo Pygmaeus? What's that? Yeah, it's a name. But try to create anything that comes to your mind on how you can remember this name, Pongo Pygmaeus. And final one over here is E equals to MC squared. Just draw anything that you come to know of E equals to MC squared. Okay, time's up. Only know Pogo the gift dragon. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's see in some of our past participants over here. Just look at your picture over here. And if you look at this, Apple should be very easy. Intelligent student over here. Parameswara. And then let's see, greenhouse gas. Okay, can you see the greenhouse gas over here? So again, you don't have to draw it in a fabulous manner. You don't have to be the Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo to draw a very beautiful drawing. You just need some simple emojis to trigger your brain to hook it onto the informations that you have remembered, right? In other words, if you are in the process of creating that information, your brain will likely to remember that information in a much more powerful and stable manner, right? This is Parameswara, Apple, healthy, this should be greenhouse gas, and so forth, right? Next up, let's see. Apple is Parameswara. You see, simple as this. Intelligent student, I know. There you go. Under 20 seconds, right? Very quickly. Then electricity. Let's look at some of the sessions from the Telegram group of emoji. E equals to MC squared. They just do it, make it bold. Pongo Pygmaeus, no one has any idea. But by the way, anyone knows what is Pongo Pygmaeus? Comment down in the Zoom chat. What is Pongo Pygmaeus? Some of you science or biology student, maybe you remember. Yeah, but by the way, meaning is created by the image creator. Sometimes your notes, I would not have any single idea what you just draw. For example, for this one over here, what in the world is this? Only the creator might know, will know, right? For example, what is this thing over here? Oh, this thing over here, I got no idea. I still can't recall what is this. I just know this is Parameswara. But if you create your own notes using visual method, the link and association is being formed in your brain, right? Very important distinction. So create your own notes, right? And by the way, what is Pongo Pygmaeus? Yes, Pongo Pygmaeus is the Bornean orangutan scientific name. By the way, anyone knows what is the scientific name for humans? Very simple. It's a common knowledge for majority of people, but this is the scientific name for Bornean orangutan. Okay, once again, one more time, using the remembering the name method. So after this session, if you have learned this method, try to utilize this. So you might never forget names that will be coming in exam in the future if you use this method correctly. Okay, so how do you remember Pongo Pygmaeus over here, Bornean orangutan? How do you remember Pongo Pygmaeus? So number one, again, if it's too long and if it's too complicated, right, like the world's longest name, break it down into simpler form. Pongo, Pygmaeus. Okay, this guy breaks it down to Pongo, Pygmaeus. Okay, it forms a sound already, right? Number two, you can use verbal association. Let's say, for example, Pongo, it could be Pokemon Go. P-O, they use the first front word. N-G-O, Pokemon Go. Works for him, so it works for him, right? Maybe you have other ways, right? Pygmaeus, so Pygmaeus. So the pi, so from here, Pokemon Go, right? The pi, the G, the month of May, and US flag. Okay, let's look at some of the other people that how they actually use to remember Pongo Pygmaeus. You draw the orangutan so that he knows it's an orangutan. So Pong, the Pong-O, okay, Pongo, sounds like a country's name. Pi, the pi, there's a G, the May, there's 5 US, right? Or maybe it sounds like a handphone. Handphone go, pink color, a month of May, us. Right, so we are using the linking and association method over here. So if you have any ideas, comment down in the Zoom chat. How can you remember this name, Pongo Pygmaeus over here? Right, and it sounds like bongo, right? Or mango, yeah, very powerful. Mango Pygmaeus, Mongo Pygmaeus, right? Ping pong, yes, very powerful. Yeah, this guy used ping pong. Ping pong, go, the pick, me, us, right? So many ways on how you can link it all together, right? So if you were to come back to the word, what is the scientific name for Bornean orangutan? What is the scientific name for orangutan? Yes, Pongo pygmaeus. So you give it a little bit of time to use the link, but it can allow you to remember very long names, right? Long names that it always happens to be appearing in sejarah, always seems to happen in biology, science, mathematics tambahan, and it even works for numbers as well, right? Even for numbers as well, right? So from towards here, why did we show Pongo Pygmaeus? Because one of the topic that we are sharing with the creative learning by Score A Faber-Castell is that we are focusing on the topic of green and environmental preservation, right? Alam semula jadi, ya. So these are the 10 endangered species in Malaysia. Top 10 endangered species in Malaysia, endangered animals lah. So Pongo pygmaeus is the scientific name for Bornean orangutan. Okay, so let's take a very short break. But before that, just to test your ability and to see how well you can use this method, let's choose the Malayan tiger over here. And the Malayan tiger's scientific name is Panthera tigris jacksoni. Okay, Malayan tiger, Panthera tigris jacksoni. I'm not sure if this is coming out in SPM, but try to use your very own method to try and remember this Panthera tigris jacksoni, right? We're just going to give you about 3 minutes so that your brain can have a little bit of time to recover from my fast-paced sharing session over here. Hopefully it's not too fast. If you are still together with us, comment down okay. Comment down okay if you are still together with us. Comment down okay. All right. And by the way, all of this information is actually in one of the Score A workbook that we will be sharing in the Telegram group, and we'll be sharing in this Zoom chat shortly. You can do some revision on this, but however, just make sure that you try and utilize this and just try it out as much as you can and see how well you can use it from here. Okay, so we're just going to give you about 3 minutes, and we'll come back after 3 minutes, and let's share and see how you can try and remember this Panthera tigris jacksoni over here. Okay, so I'll see you shortly in a while in 3 minutes, time. Okay, welcome back, welcome back. Comment down one, comment down satu, yeah, just comment down one if you're back together with us. Okay, welcome back. 3 minutes of very short break, yeah, very short break. So we are about to go into the main important point for the day. Okay, so have you came out with some ways to remember this Panthera tigris jacksoni? I see that Nur Danisha has just shared over here, Panthera tigris jacksoni. Okay, that's very interesting over here. So, so you can see over here that we are mainly using some words, and also we are using some images as well, right? So from here, Deshwan is using panther, tick. Wow, welding tick. Yeah, interesting. Grease sounds like Grease. Jackson Michael Jackson. Very, very powerful. Nur Danisha over here is pen. Sounds like pens. Era FM. The tick. Rising of the tick. Jackson E. Pen era decreased because of Jackson and Sony. Very powerful. J Satana actually used the story method and probably the acronym method. Am I right? Pan's era decreased because of Jack and Sony. Okay, very, very good. So let me take a couple of more examples over here. My pen is branded with Hera, and I wear it to decrease the number of Jacksoni, the number of Michael Jackson. Okay, this is very, very interesting. Black Panther, tick real Michael Jackson. Wow, that's really, really interesting. Okay, I'm really laughing on here. So you can have a look at the Zoom chat over here. There's many ideas that is being put forth over here, but you get the idea over here, right? So this is just by utilizing words and stories. But if you are able to add in pictures, right? To hone it in, to really tie all of this information in, you'll remember all of the information for a very, very long time. Yeah. So like, for example, Panthera tigris jacksoni, the pen looks like the period pen, Thera, tie, the grease, necktie and the grease, jackfruit, sunny day. Okay, very good. The pants, era FM, trigonometry, tigris, Panthera, trigonometry is Michael Jackson and I. So there are many ways on how you can remember this, but main thing is it will tie in more information and hooks, right? It allows you to trigger the informations that you would want to remember. For example, from here, if you want to remember this, right, you just have to remember if this person over here is using pants as the first word, right? You can just imagine in your brain that this tiger over here is wearing pants. And this pants will link all of this information. We call this the trigger item or the trigger memory. So for example, if this person is using the pen, Panthera tigris jacksoni, you can just imagine someone hitting the tiger with a pen, or the tiger is cooking some cereal on the pan. So again, that will form a powerful trigger for you to remember the rest of the word over here. And that is how our memory remembers things. So question to you is that, Will you try this method, or will you go back to the repeat until you remember method? Repeat again and again and again and again method. Right? So I know it takes a little bit of time to form all of this in your brain, but if you're doing it as many times as you can, it will come very naturally, very, very naturally to you. And it's fun as well. Yeah. For some people, it might seem very fun, right? And it's always better than if you remember it again and again and again and again and again, but it will drop off because when you're remembering it again and again and again, what are the senses that you actually use to remember it? Can someone comment on the Zoom chat? If you are trying to remember it by recalling it, Pantera tigris jacksoni, Pantera tigris jacksoni, Pantera tigris jacksoni, what is the method that you are trying to use to associate it to your brain? Yes, utilizing sound, right? Maybe the look of it, right? But remember, the two main rules of remembering is distinctiveness, links, and association, right? So try and combine this. Repeating method works, but if you add it of distinctiveness, pictures, links, and association, it will triple your memory retention in your brain. Right? So just give it a try. Just don't trust anything that I say. Just give it a try when you are trying to memorize some information for your next examination, right? And just don't use the old-fashioned manner if it doesn't work for you. Okay, so that is the first part of what we are about to share. If you find this useful, and you might actually use it in your examination or in your class and trying to remember things, comment down yes if you find this helpful. And you might actually want to try this out the next time as when you are preparing for your examination. Okay, thank you. And I really hope that you try this out in your examination as well. Yeah, very, very important. Okay, if you give it a try, and I will be really hoping to hear from you, right, on how you can really use it effectively in your school. Okay, so next up is that I'm just going to go through very quickly on this Score A Creative Learning Olympic. So what is it about? So basically is the program by Faber-Castell that we are trying to promote creative learning, right? We talked about creative learning just now. If you have problems in school, in learning, it's just that we need to come up with creative ways to learn and utilizing all of that. What we just mentioned earlier, using pictures, link and association, right? All of this method, these are one of the many, many, many thousand methods of creative learning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And what we are trying to see over here is that if we are able to use creative learning as one of the standard methods for you to learn better, okay? And I think Wen Ping have just shared with us earlier as well that, you know, this competition, basically, we would have a competition. There is a peringkat kebangsaan, if we can say it lah, because it's going to be participated by over 500 schools from secondary school that will be participating in this competition, and there's going to be thousands of you that will be participating in this, right? And from here, what will happen is this: you have saw the prizes already. Can you still remember what are the prizes that are going to be featured on this competition? Try and use the link and association method. So consolation prize 500 ringgit cash, Faber-Castell product hamper worth 300 ringgit, trophy and certificate. So from here, by the way, the Faber-Castell product hamper is actually very big. I saw it before. Wow. Loads of stationery in the hamper. So from here, do not, even for the consolation prize, a lot of amazing prizes are waiting for you. Third runner up, there's fourth place, 800 ringgit cash, Faber-Castell product hamper, 400 ringgit trophy certificate. First runner up, that means second place and third place. Second runner up is third place, is 1000 ringgit cash, hamper, trophy certificate. Second place, 1500 ringgit. Faber-Castell product hamper worth 400 and trophy and certificate. So what is the first prize? What is the first prize? Can anyone recall? Just a test of memory again. What is the first prize? The first prize winner? Prizes for the first prize winner, yes, is 2,500. If you find that this prize is cukup lumayan lah, if in other words, it's very, 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 very attractive, yeah, comment down yes. And I hope that one of you over here and some of you will be in the final round for this competition and that you will be participating in this, even though just try your best lah from here. So question is that, how are we supposed to participate in this competition, and what is it that we are going to be testing you or compete you on? Okay, this is the main question over here. So from over here, this competition, we will mainly be testing or to challenge you on very creative methods to take notes, yeah, for the first round, yeah. For first round, there's a couple of rounds over here. So after today, what happens is that we're gonna have preliminary round, and then you will go through the second round, third round, and if you are one of the top finalists, you will go through the final round where you compete for the prize over here. And what happens is that for this round, for today, we will be having this competition of note taking, right? Learning notes taking. So what is the learning note taking? Which means, how do you take notes effectively, right? I think many of you have learned about utilizing mind maps, utilizing various different note-taking methods. So these are one of the many mind maps on learning notes that we are going to be competing for every one of you. So from here, again, we hope that you are able to create learning notes that forms distinctive information in your brain. So for example, for the informations that you're about to create for this competition is that you have to utilize visuals using emojis, pictures, colors, right? And level of creativity to create all of these notes over here. So I'm just going to very quickly run through how to participate in this competition. And from towards here, step one, 3 steps, yeah? You might want to write these down. Step one is that after today's session, or shortly in a while, we will be sharing with you a note, right? A 7-page note, right? It looks something like this, yeah? Maybe Wen Ping and maybe our admin can share with you. And it's basically full of just words, right? 1 page, this one a lot of, actually it's very short lah, right? It's so tiring to read, yeah? Okay, so you don't have to read through in one go. You have about 10 days to go through this, right? And it's talking about biodiversity, a lot of information. And I will show you how to decipher this information over here without going through the tiring phase. Man, that's a lot to read, right? So I'll be going through with you some of the methods on how to we dissect this so that it's easy for our brain, okay? So when you are feeling that there's a feeling or a thought that is saying that, oh, there's a lot to read over here, it means simply just one thing. Your brain is telling you that I have to use a lot of brain power to process this information, right? It simply just means that, right? That your brain feels a lot of pain that I have to use a lot of brain power to process this information, okay? So there are many ways on how to process this, but surely I'll be showing you in a while. But of course, this notes over here, it's designed to be this way. Why? It is because you are the one that is going to be creating the notes. Yeah, and all of this is full with informations. And what happens is that step 2 in this competition is that after reading through the notes, you would have to create your own learning notes, right? Utilizing the informations that we have shared with you in this PDF version, yeah? And what happens is that will be judged based on 3 main aspects. One is the completeness and accuracy of the informations that you put in your learning notes. Number 2 is to utilize visuals, emoji, colors, and etc. And level of creativity as well. Like for example, this student over here utilizes a whiteboard or blackboard to create the notes. This student over here utilizes colors. This person over here utilizes sort of like a checkerboard method to create the notes over here, for example. Yeah, there are many ways of you creating the notes. So from towards there, to create your notes, a few things over here. It is that, number one, you will have to use A4 or art block paper, right? But I think A4 size paper is a little bit too small. You can use art block paper, yeah, 1 page. And you can utilize any stationery or tools, pen, pencils, highlighters, and etc. Yeah. And main thing over here is that a lot of you are asking, can I use iPad? It's very advanced right now, right? But for this round alone, the rules and regulations states that you must create these learning notes using 100% hand created. In other words, you cannot use any form of computer, handphone, softwares, nothing of that. Just computer, handphone, just 100% hand created, right? Yes. So all 7 pages of the info needs to be placed in 1 page. Yes. Right. And students to take clear and accurate pictures. So what happens is that after you have created your note over here, you can snap a picture and upload it up to a link that we will be sharing to you. Okay. So this is for the learning notes part. Okay. And then step 3 over here is that on the 10th of December, try to write this information down. 10th of December, we will have an objective question as well. Because so today is the 3rd of September, right? So you have 7 days to read through the notes, right? And then what will happen is that on 10th of December, there will be an objective question where you will answer objective question. So this will contain 30% of the marks. And we will see who is able to answer it accurately and to have a high and a fast completion time. Okay? 10 September. Yeah, sorry, if I mentioned December, September, yeah? Yeah, September like the Green Day, yeah, the song, yeah. Just to tie more distinctiveness into that information, yeah? Okay, so learning notes is going to be 70%. So again, A4 size or art block from here, there's going to be 2 parts, yeah? So the learning notes, you would have until 13th of December to complete and submit it, right? So that's 10 days away, right? There's only going to be 2 parts for this first round. Objective question, you would have until 13th of December as well, but the questions will only come out and shared to you on the 10th of September. So you have 7 days to read through it. And on the 10th of September, we will be sharing it on the Telegram group so that you can get access towards it. Okay, and that's it. So basically that's it. So one important thing, yeah, a lot of people will have questions. So you can write down your questions first, because at the end of the session, we will be answering any of your questions that you might have on the competition. For example, a lot of you have been asking, okay, what does it mean by 100% hand created? Can I use color tape? Can I use stickers? Can I use, stamp like this? All of these are not allowed. Yeah, not allowed from here. Okay, from here, not allowed. And then what happens is that when you are uploading your picture, just make sure that this link here, we will be sharing with you all of the link, right? That you can upload it up over here. Maybe, we can share the link up first, right? So that you can copy it down for the moment. And only drawing art block, the size is this, 271 times 380 millimeters. So when you're uploading it, a few things very, very important, very, very important. It is that, number one, do not take pictures like this. You holding the picture in front of you with your face on it. Yes, proud author and proud owner of the notes, but do not submit a picture like this. And also do not submit pictures like this. That is Instagram friendly. So some people might put it on the table and then put their drawing utensils on top. Do not upload pictures like this. Instead, upload clean, simple, just pure picture, right? Pure picture, right? Either you want to do it horizontally or vertically, it's okay. But just snap a picture of it and just upload it just like that. Okay. And again, from here, A4 or art block paper, 1 page. Utilize any stationery and tools, pen, pencils, color pencils, whatsoever. Yes, you can scan it, no problem. Can we PDF it? Yes. You can use Cam Scanner, one of the apps from here. Okay. Yes. One page, yeah. One page, yeah. The green color part. Satu muka surat sahaja. Yeah, satu muka surat sahaja. Okay. Can I use markers? Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Yeah. Just snap a picture of it and send it to the a high quality version of it. Can you use watercolor? Yes, you can. But however, remember, yeah, the main part of it is not to see how beautiful your drawing is. Yeah, the main criteria of this competition is to see how well you can provide us with the informations from the notes, number one. Number two, how well you can utilize emojis and colors to remember the information. Number three, of course, the creativity of it. Yeah, so it's best to use it in Bahasa English, yeah, from there. Yeah. And then does the mind map have a topic or draw it on my own imagination? Yeah, the topic will be coming from this, yeah. So step number one, make sure that you download the notes over here. Which is the notes? This one, a 7-page note, yeah. You can read through all of it. But in the learning notes over here, of course, you won't be creating the entire thing over here. You will not be copy and pasting every single word from this. So we'll be sharing with you how to utilize the methods over here to put it down into simple readable format in note format over here. Yes, one full page. Yes, the content of the quiz will be everything about this 7-page biodiversity info sheet over here. Okay, can I use color pencil? Yes, you can. Highlighters and markers, as long as you are using handcrafted method. 100% ya, dengan tangan sahaja. 100% hand created. Yeah, you cannot use stickers. You cannot print from online and paste it there. No, everything has to be there. Yeah. Origami. You could, but however, it will not add additional marks for you. The main thing is that we want you to use normal stationery. Yeah, something like this. What happens if my handwriting is small? So make sure that you snap a clear picture, yeah, high-res quality picture of it when you are uploading it. Yeah. So make sure you double check of it that you can zoom in and you can see all of the pictures and before you sending it in. Okay. So make sure it's clear. That's very, very important. So that is why we told students, do not upload pictures like this and do not upload pictures like this. Yeah, clear, front page, straight, short and simple. What if my phone is low quality? So anything above 3 to 4 megapixels is considered high quality already. Yeah, at this day and age, 3 megapixel and above is clear enough. Can I use A4 paper? Yes, creativity is also very important. Is A3 paper allowed? So everything has to fit in within one full page, yeah? One full page. So when you're sending it in, either if it's horizontal or vertical, yeah? If my writing is ugly, will my mark less? So this is from the judges, lah. So make sure that you have readable writing. Ugly just means the lines are the lines actually cross section with each other, so you can't read it well. So just try to separate it slightly so that it's distinctive for the brain to process it. Is it mandatory to use mind maps? No. There are many ways on you can use. I know that you guys are expert in note creating right until right now. You are secondary school students, so no problem. Are we allowed to put in some accessory? You could, but just let me know what kind of accessory, Arif. Then I will have more information. What if it's so bad that they can remember it? Wow, that will be interesting. So Nazlan, I would have to see your have a look at your creative learning notes to be able to answer that question. Can I know what's the meaning of one page on the green line? It means we can only do the note using, yes, just one page. Satu muka surat sahaja. Yeah. Satu muka surat sahaja. Can I use grid lines paper? Everything will have to be in white color paper, yeah? White color paper. Do not use grid lines paper. Can I use hand-drawn ribbons to recreate stickers? Yes, you can if it's 100% hand-created, yeah? If you download from internet, cannot. Yes, plain paper, white paper. All info in one paper, yes. May I use like glitter type or poster color or glue? Poster color, no problem. But glitter type, we have tried it before. If you snap a picture using glitter type, right, it will not translate in PDF. You will not have the glitter. Yeah. So no point using the glitter. Yeah. It will just looks like speck of dots when you scan it, when you upload it to us. Can I use color paper? Can I use color paper? Color paper as in the entire paper. So you have to start with white color paper. So the standard is A4 size or art block, right? So after that, if you want to color it using hand drawn is okay. Yeah. Is it an individual work or group work? It's an individual work. Yeah, individual work. How many note? Okay, we should make. What is the objection? Okay, so keep your questions in. So Wenping, maybe you can take down the notes as well on some of the questions. Can I use colored papers? Can I use multi-layer papers like glue on? Make sure that everything is being drawn on the paper by itself. You have to be 100% hand drawn. Yeah. Can I color the background using watercolor? Yes, you may. Watercolor can? Yes, you can use watercolor. Okay, so we are coming down to this information, but I'll be answering more questions on this. But I'm just going to go through a couple of methods over here that would provide more informations for you, for those of you who might want to find out some methods on how we can, how we can create notes, right? Utilizing this note-taking methods over here. Okay, so let me just run through with you on this. Okay, so keep your questions coming in. We'll be here to stay for all of the questions that you may have. Okay, so we have gone through many informations just now in terms of remembering all of this information. So right now, how many of you are actually feeling that your brain is full and filled with informations? And some of you might say that, oh, my brain power is starting to deplete. Okay. And what happens is that if you actually feel that way, it means that your brain is basically filled with informations like the laundry like that. So a lot of laundry over here, then it's all mushed up together. You come back from school and everything is on the bed, the sofa and whatsoever. So it feels very messy and very stressful to look at it. So the main part is that you need a method for you to organize all of these informations in a way that is easy for the brain, right? So like what you saw just now in the words, right? You saw the words and you feel like, oh, it's very stressful to read. Why? It is because all of this information is like that. And you need to organize it so that your brain feels, it feels very nice to process it, right? If it's just like this wire over here, if it's all around the place, you will definitely feel stressful when reading this information or any information that you're learning in school. But however, if you basically arrange it in a way that is something like on the right hand side, yeah, how does your brain feel? A lot better, right? A lot better and very, how do you say that? It's very soothing to the eye, soothing to the brain as well, right? So, and this is why you might have actually learned about one of the method, which is called the mind mapping method, right? Of course, mind mapping is one of the method that you can use to create notes for this competition. And by the way, how many of you actually use mind map in your school? Comment down yes if you have used mind map in your school before. Okay. A lot, yeah? Okay, very good. So how many of you feel that mind map is actually very useful for you? Comment down yes. Comment down yes. Okay, how many find that mind map actually very confusing for you to create? Comment down one if you find it sometimes very confusing to create the mind map. Yeah, kind of, right? So I have one method over here that I always share with a lot of my students over here, and also with a lot of teachers as well. I myself actually utilize that as well. It is that if you are feeling that creating mind maps is kind of stressful or sometimes kind of confusing to you, it is because the arrangement of information is not being done in a complete manner. So what do I mean by that? Yeah. In order for you to derive information, right, to get informations to create your mind map, for example, where do you normally get the informations from? Comment down in the Zoom chat. When you are creating mind maps, where do you normally get the informations from? Comment down in the Zoom chat. Yes, textbook, right? That looks something like this. Am I right? Yes, comment down yes if sometimes your textbook looks something like this. I know textbooks nowadays, they have a lot of very distinctive pictures for you to remember well. Yeah. But a lot of times you would come across things like this, a lot of words and things like that. Yeah. But however, for all of these distinctive words, right, you would normally derive and also you might actually highlight it. Am I right? How many of you actually highlight your notes on the textbook or on your notes? Comment down yes if you actually use highlighter. Okay, so here's a method which I call the 1, 2, 3 method. Yeah, the 1, 2, 3 method. Okay, so if this is your textbook, yeah, how many of your textbook look something like this, which you highlight, you know, a 1 color, 2 color, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. Yeah. And it's almost like the entire book is being covered with highlighters. Comment down yes if you are, if your books or any of your notes is being highlighted like that. Yeah. So this is a very bad example of highlighting. Why? Because if you highlight it in this way, it's almost like you're highlighting the entire book. So the main thing is that after when you are preparing for examination, it is going to be very, very tough for you to recall the informations that you are supposed to remember. Am I right? It's almost like everything is all over the place. How do you derive the information? And hence, that is why there is a method where it is called the 1, 2, 3 method. Yeah, the 1, 2, 3 method. Color coding, yes. But this is much more simpler, yeah, for those of you who are just starting out to try this highlighting method. I would always use maximum 4 colors, but usually I will use just 3 colors. And what this do is this. So let's say, for example, right, there's level 1 information, level 2 information, and level 3 information, right? So informations are always in a level of importance. Some informations are detailed informations. Some informations are more major informations. What do I mean by that? Yeah. For example, yeah, let's say for this mind map over here, this mind map over here, they have yellow color, right? That means it's being broken down into 4 main parts, right? Structure, productivity, creativity, benefits. So this is what we call the level 1 information. Yeah, utilizing what color? Level 1 information. What color did I use for this? Comment down in the Zoom chat. Yes, we are using yellow color. Yes. And then what about level 2 information? Yeah, I'm using pink color. Yeah, or purple color. Depends on the quality of your screen. Some people can see it as pink or purple. And then green color is the level 3 information. Yeah, and this is how I always organize the information. Level 1 information, level 2 information, and level 3 information. Why? Because when you're looking at articles like this, right, many words, all of it jumbled together, you're essentially looking at something like this, right? Without the and the analogy or some of the kata hubung and all of that, you are essentially looking at information like this, right? But this information will not be useful to your brain if you do not separate it into level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. So if you put it color-coded, yeah, in level 1, level 2, and level 3 information, the 1, 2, 3 method, you will look at it in something like this, right? The same words, but color-coded you know that, oh, information, there are three main informations that I need to understand from this article: animals, greenhouse gases, and renewable energy. And information number one, level one information, there are two main informations out of this. Animals, they're talking about tiger and orangutan. And then level three information, tiger is a carnivorous animal and orangutan is an omnivore animal. And carnivore, breaking down into much more detail, so we use underline for this. So who feels that this option A and option B, which would you prefer if you are doing your revision? Yes, I think majority of us will feel that option B is much more easy to the eye and easy to remember. Yeah, hurts my eye. Yes, number one, because there's many words, right? Your brain needs cues, right? It's just like when you are driving, or if your parents are driving, when you go to the signboard, right? You need cue to know where to stop. Our brains are functioning in this way. We need to know which is the danger part, which is the safe zone, right? Every time we need cues. So color is a very powerful tool for us to organize it. Yeah, just like this lah, right? Organizing it, shirts with shirts, colors with colors, right? On towards that. And this is why it's very simple to just break it down into level 1, level 2, and level 3. If there are many other informations, just put underline or the fourth color, no problem. But just make sure that you have your own system, right, in taking notes. So after you have done this, the highlighting, yeah, so it happens with this as well, the article for the 7 pages, yeah. Article for here, so there are many level 1, level 2, and level 3 information, right? So how do we distinctively do it? So unfortunately, you have to read it. You still have to read it. For example, yeah, this is an article of greenhouse gas. Oh, so many words. Yeah, but number one, we just have to find out what is the level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. Just have to read through one glance, and you might immediately find out that, oh, okay, this article is basically talking about greenhouse gases, human activities, acts a bit like, and Earth average temperature. Okay, how many can see the first step over here, which is the level 1 information? Comment down okay if you are still together with me. If you need help, comment down I need help. Comment down I need help. Yeah. But so far for now, for level 1 information, no problem, yeah? Yeah, should be no problem, okay? To find the main ideas, yes, very good, Takif. So this article, same thing with this article over here. Sama juga. You read through the entire thing, many words, but you can always break it down into level 1 information. Oh, this article is talking about these few points over here: greenhouse gases, human activities, act a bit like, and Earth's temperature. And then after that, what you can do is to find out the level 2 information. So now if I'm trying to create a mind map, right, for this information over here, how many main branches do you think I should have on my mind map? Say, for example, this is my mind map, right? There are four main level 1 informations. How many branches should I have on my mind map? Yeah. The answer is yes, it's 4. So for example, from this article, right, it's talking about greenhouse gases, level 1 information, greenhouse gas, human activities, act a bit like, that means you can use another word, that means how it works, and Earth's average temperature. So my mind map will look something like this: greenhouse gases, human activities, how it works, Earth's temperature. Can you see the correlation over here? It derives from your highlighting and going back to the mind map. So your mind map, if you highlight it in a way that is being described here, your mind map will come easily, right? And so same thing from here, yeah? What about level 2 information? Okay, level 1 information is about greenhouse gases, and continually, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide is level 2 information. Oh, greenhouse gases has carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, right? So from here, same thing over here. Level 2 information, the gases, they have carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide. And that is how you create your mind map over here, right? Anyone follow? If you are okay with this, if you can see how the system works, comment down yes, comment down yes. All right. Yeah, it should be as simple as that. Yeah. Level 1 information, level 2, level 3 information from there. Yeah, it works in all articles. So the next time when you are seeing this kind of article, oh, it hurts my brain, it hurts my eyes, so many words. Chill. Step number 1, what should you do? Step number 1, what should you do? Comment down on the Zoom chat. Step number 1, what should you do when you're looking through this kind of articles? Yes. Yes. You can look through, you can use a pencil first and look out for the level 1 information, right? Just mark out the level 1 information. Immediately your brain will feel much better because it knows, okay, it's talking about just these few key points. Yeah. And then what happens next is that you can locate the respective level 2 and level 3 information. It's just like this lah. Level 1 information, what happens is that it will contain the Tupperware, pink color, level 2 information. Level 2 information, they will have even more level 3 information contained inside, and you can use it to create your mind map over here, right? Just remember level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. Yeah. So Dia, if you have any questions shortly in a while, yeah, we will go much more in detail, but just understand the concept of informasi level pertama, level kedua, level ketiga is same thing, just like your textbook, right? There's chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's sub-chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the same concept, right? It's just that we are putting it on article level. Yeah? Yes, okay, so next up, after you have created this, and then this is how you create your mind map over here, right? So if we go through with this, right? Level 1 information. So let's say, for example, tomorrow I'm having my exam, yeah? Kalau saya ada peperiksaan besok, yeah? And I have highlighted it according to this, right? Let's say, for example, on greenhouse gases. I've already have established in my mind, oh, there are 4 main key points over here. Yeah, even just by the highlighting, even without creating the mind maps over here. Okay, I can immediately know there are 4 main informations over here. So let's say soalan SPM, yeah, explain to us explain to us what are greenhouse gases and what is being affected by it. Or immediately your brain know, I know there's 4 informations from here, from this mind map over here. Yeah, can you see the correlation? And huraikan the greenhouse gases, I know, oh, there's 3 informations from there. Yeah. So it's easy for you to make your, how do you say that? Easy for you to do your revision. Yeah. And this method has been used by many of our friends over here, including accounting students, yeah, science students, biology students. If you are able to create this, the highlighting method, and it works together well with the mind map, you will have a very, very great time in revising your study subjects lah. Okay. So in a nutshell, yeah, highlighting and mind map has to work hand in hand. Yeah, bagai awar dengan tebing. Yeah, macam abang adik. Yeah, just like friends, best friends. Yeah, highlighting, it will give you the information that you need to put into your mind map or any of your learning notes. Yeah, so end of the day, you do not have to copy the entire word. You do not have to highlight the entire thing, right? Because you have the main notes that you're supposed to put in your learning notes. Okay, how many are following so far? If you are okay so far, comment down okay. Yeah, I know it's a lot to put into your brain, but you can watch through this video again. We will give you the link for this video that you can go through again from here. Okay, but for me, if you are just starting it out, if your brain hurts a little bit when learning about this, it's okay, right? Just try it out in one of the chapters. Just try level 1, level 2, level 3 information, right? If you do it for the next few days, just try it for just 3 days, 2 to 3 days. You will immediately get how simple it is for this method to do. Yeah. Can I use other ways and not using mind map? Yes, there are actually many different ways of taking notes, but the core of it is that you have to first identify the level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. And whichever way that you want to arrange it according to yourself, right, you can utilize it. For example, yeah, there's another note-taking method, right? Since Frina is asking this method. So Afrina is asking, yeah, are there any other ways that I can use to take notes without using mind map? There are many ways, yeah? You can use table style, you can use river flow style. Okay, so this is one of the methods that we have been sharing with a lot of teachers as well. This is for a note-taking method called river flow note-taking method, right? So how this do is that is like, how do you say that? Is mimicking the river, right? The river. And then if you look at this, right? The river has its main branch and then it has its sub branch, right? And what's the main difference between this and mind map is that mind map stems from the middle, right? It comes from the middle, it spreads bigger and bigger and bigger, but it starts from one single point. But however, for the river flow note-taking method, this is, for example, a river flow note-taking, yeah? And you can see there is a distinctive flow to the core information, right? So it starts from, this is the life cycle of turtle, female turtle laying eggs, hatches, and then it goes to the oceanic period. It goes to a development period. It comes back to breed, and then it dies, right? That's the life cycle of a turtle. It's very suitable for chronological note-taking methods. For example, sejarah, history. This has to happen, then this happens, then this happens. So it's chronological in a story format. So you can use this note-taking method for this method over here. Okay, so it's the same thing as well. Level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. Yeah, how do you do it? So earlier, level 1, level 2, level 3 looks like this, right? Same thing with this as well. Where are the level 1 information? There you go, right? All level 1 informations are connected. Yeah, this is a bit messy, I know. You can do it in a straight line as well. Up to down, top to bottom, no problem. Yeah, you can do up to down, no problem. Yeah, or if it's much more organic, like this student over here, they can do a much more, what do you call that? A much more organic version. It's fine, no problem. Yeah, so river flow note-taking method, level 1 informations are all connected. Yeah, what about level 2, level 3 information? Level 2 and level 3 informations connected to level 1 information, just the same. Yeah, so it works in, let's say if you are taking mathematics, maths, right? Maths and mathematics is basically just like river flow note-taking. It's a story, right? First, this happened. There's a problem. You have to find the value of X. Then this has to happen. Then this has to happen. Then this has to happen. So same thing. It's a river flow note-taking method as well. Question, group the X. So it's either multiply and combine or rearranging it. And your combined form is this. Simplification method, the option, answer, option 1 and option 2. Yeah, can you see the distinctiveness of it? Level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. Yeah, so earlier we have shared with you some of the pictures over here, right? Like for this, this was actually created by one of our expert sharing teachers, yeah? So there are many forms of note-taking method. We'll be sharing with you a link, yeah, on the different types of note-taking method that you can use shortly in a while, yeah, in a YouTube channel. And from there, you can see that this person actually uses the table method, yeah? Table method, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, same thing as well. Level 1 information, level 2 information. Yeah, same thing as well. You can use it in that way. And over here, it's actually using the mind map, right? The mind map. Level 1, level 2, level 3 information. Yeah, level 1, level 2, level 3. Yeah. And then from here, they're using different methods from here. So there are many ways on how you can reorganize the level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. Okay, got it? So from here, a lot of you are asking, okay, what is the significance of these 3 colors? If I do not have green color, can I use other color? Can I use blue color? Can I use, black color? Yes, you can. It's just that make sure that if you have highlighters, just make sure if you are just starting it out so that you remember it. Level 1 information, you can label it as well. For this instance, I'm using yellow, pink, and green. Yeah. If you want to use other type of color, it's fine. No problem. Yeah. As long as you can, visually, you can immediately look at this picture. You already know where are the level 1, level 2, level 3 informations. Yeah. If it's okay for you so far, comment down okay. Comment down okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for joining us so far. I know it's a lot for your brain, but you can rewatch this again. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. So from here, okay, we're just gonna do a little bit of activity over here. And by the way, just to test the effectiveness of using mind mapping and visual based learning note taking, this is actually a mind map that I actually did for one of my students to introduce about myself. So if you look at this picture, right, this is me, Jay, right? And I was wanting to introduce 4 main aspects about myself. So this is my hobby, the food that I like to eat, the sports that I like to play with, and cartoons that I like to watch when I was young. Okay. So for the hobby side, I have, this is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 information. So how many level 1 informations do I have over here? Comment down on the Zoom chat. Easy, 4. Yeah, 4 main distinctive. I do not have to write teacher J's hobby is, right? I just have to write one word, hobby. Simple, short and simple. Yeah. And then what are the hobbies that I have? Play piano and book. So I use this mind map to put piano and book. And if you can see over here, I use blue color for the hobby, so that in my eyes, immediately it's very clear. This is all about hobby. So piano, I like to play for Alice and maybe some Coldplay music. Yeah. Book, I didn't put. For food, for the food, there is nasi lemak and tom yum. So nasi lemak, I like to put in petai and rendang. Tom yum, maybe bihun, seafood, Thailand, and all of those. Yeah. Sports, I like to play basketball and jogging. And then cartoon, I like to watch Pokemon when I was young, Dragon Ball. Pokemon, I like Charizard and Pikachu. And Dragon Ball, there's the Goku and the dragon over here. Okay, so from towards here, just to test it out. Okay, so as you can see over here, there are 3 main things that are in this note taking over here, right? Number 1, what can you see the elements that I have put in this drawing over here? Just comment down in the Zoom chat. What can you see the elements that are being utilized that we have learned earlier in this activity over here? Yes. Very good. Yeah. So of course, number 1, I have mind map. Yeah. The format is called mind map. But next one is that I have pictures and emojis, right? I create a very simple under 20-second emoji. I colored it, but of course you don't have to color it as well. And then I use colors, right? Very distinctively. I use colors. And of course, the final one, simple words. So these are the 3 elements that I use to create a note. Because remember, the note taking should be a key cue and not the main article. It should be a cue for what you have to recall when you're learning something, right? Especially when you're taking notes, right? So just to test your memory, right, on how effective visual note taking is to the brain, just imagine it again, yeah? The mind map that I just shown you, right? Question in a Zoom chat, what was my favorite hobby? What was my favorite hobby? Just comment down on the Zoom chat. Yes, playing piano and reading book. Okay. And next question, yeah. My hobby, right? Which part of the mind map was it at? Is it on the left side or on the right side? The up or the bottom part? Yes, the left up part, right? So how could you recall this? How could you recall this? Because it's in a very visual format, suitable for many of us. I know some of you might not get it, but if it works for you, means this mind map thing really works. Otherwise, you can use other methods that we'll be sharing with you as well, right? Just a test again. Okay, what was my favorite cartoon? Yeah, Pokemon and Dragon Ball. Yeah. Right? And what was my favorite 2 characters of Pokemon? Pikachu and Charizard. Yeah, where was it located at on the mind map? Yes, the bottom right side, right? So can you see why do we want to create mind maps? Yeah, it is because it's visual, we can have placement information, queue of information. It's up here, it's down here, right? If I'm trying to recall back Jay, what food does he like to eat? Let me look at the mind map in my brain. Okay, bottom left, nasi lemak and tom yum. Do you get it? Yeah, does it make sense? If it makes sense to you, comment down okay. Comment down okay if it makes sense to you. Yeah. So many of you are asking, why do I have to create mind maps? This is the main reason of it. Yeah. Okay. It works for some people, right? Some people might not work for you. So you just have to ask yourself, which is the easiest method for your brain to remember information effectively? Okay. So until now, if you find all of this information that we have shared with you are applicable for your daily learning, applicable for your school, in your classroom, comment down yes, comment down yes. And if you are willing to give it a try in your next exam, comment down yes, comment down yes. Okay, hopefully it's helpful for you, yeah? Because all of this, it works for me as well. Okay, and it works for many other of my friends and students and teachers. So this is definitely one of the ways to utilize it. Yeah. The worst thing that you can do is to use the repeating until you can remember method, even though if you know that it is not effective enough, right? What I'm suggesting is that use all of this method that I use and add it together with the repeating until you remember. Okay. Use all of this distinctive, right? The linking, the hook method, mind mapping, the colors, pictures, right? Story, right? Acronyms, the memory palace method. Add it together with your repeating method, right? Add it together with a repeating method and it will do wonders to your memory. Okay, so there you go. Pictures, colors, and simple words for this. Okay, so from towards here, we have now come to the final part of the session, which is, this is a very interesting graph that I would like to share with you. It's called the Y space review works, right? So we have gone through the stages of memory, information, encoding, yeah, consolidation, we use mind map. So encoding, we try to use different methods of encoding it, distinctiveness, right? We try to use linking and association. Consolidation, we try to use mind map, colors, pictures, all of that to brain glue everything together. And right now comes to the retrieval part, right? Information retrieval. I just want you to look at this graph over here very quickly. This graph over here is that we will have first review, second review, third, fourth, and fifth review. So if you look at this, it is that this part over here is no retention, meaning when you have learned something in school, if you have learned about it, this is 50% retention. That means you remember only half of it. This is 100% retention. That means you remember everything. And this is time. Okay, the horizontal is time. So if no retention, that means after you have learned something here, right? Let's say after 1 or 2 days, you review it, right? You recall it one time. So your retention rate would go up at least about 50%. And if you do some revision 2 times review, you can see that it immediately goes up to about 70% of retention of informations that you learn. And if you go through the third time, and you can see it will go up all the way to about close to about 75-80%. But you can see if you just do one-time review, it will, informations that you remember, it will drop all the way down as the time goes by. And this is what happens to majority of the students. You just remember it one time. But if you do it 2 times, you can see that it will go down slightly and still remain at 50%. So what is the magic number? Magic number is the third and the fourth review. Third and the fourth review. If you are able to do 3 to 4 times revision before any examination or when you want to recall the information, high chance is that you will have higher retention of information. And how do you do all of this retention of information? is just by going through back with your mind maps and your learning notes, right? Can you see the important factor of creating mind maps? Because you are surely not going to go through this entire thing. Am I right? It hurts your brain, right? So you need your very own notes, right? To create all of this recall so that, I learned about this. Okay, I remember about gases. There are three main parts of here. And looking through on all of this information. And that is why we want to do this competition so that you know how to use this. And we want to see who can create the most creative note-taking in this competition over here. Yeah. Before we go on to the final Q&A for the competition, yeah, we're just going to do one final activity. One final activity. What is the activity? Everyone just look at the screen over here. Yes. Look at this white color screen over here. Yes, Aisha. Aisha just asked a question. Answering question is a good way to retrieve information, right? Yes, is one of the ways to retrieve the information. Yeah, very good. So from here, everyone just look at this white color piece of paper, white color screen over here. I'm just going to ask you a few questions to see if the information actually links and is being hooked to your brain. Okay, question. On the memory palace just now, what items did we put on the swing? Wow, the answer jumps in just like on lightning speed. Moon. Okay, very good. Next one, what items did we put on the slide? Yes, bicycle. The motorcycle. Very good. What items did we put on the sand pit over here? Yes. So mine might be thinking, oh, something got caught in the headphones, the sand, or the headphone was being buried under the sand. Okay, very good. And finally, what is under the climbing machine over here? The clock, yeah? Yes. So question is, does the memory palace work? Yes or no? Comment down on the Zoom chat. Yes, right? Very much, yeah? So remember, when you're trying to recall information, you need triggers, right? This is one of the triggers. Let's say, for example, you're trying to remember Toko. Let's say, for example, all of the past presidents of the United States, all of the names, right? Step number one, what happens is that you can recall it using this. Remember okay, I'm just going to go through this first, let's say, for example, the moon, right? You might use a trigger for moon into something else, right? The Michael Jackson or whatsoever using the moonwalk. Okay, second question over here. Second question. What is the scientific name of this tiger, Malayan tiger, the endangered species? Yeah. Right, just comment down on the Zoom chat if you can still remember. Okay, your brain might be linking a few things. Either there's a period pen, or the tiger is wearing some pants, and then it continues on from there, right? Yeah. Right? Wow, I'm amazed. So many of you, actually I'm not amazed, I know this will work, right? Yes, so it's Panthera, Tigris, Jacksoni, yeah? Remember so what happens was that we just did a 1 to 2 minute linking of information utilizing the picture and association method. And immediately you are able to recall it without fail, right? How many of you are very proud of yourself or very amazed of yourself? Comment down me. Comment down me if you are utterly shocked and surprised that your brain can actually remember all of this information over here. And if you already have photographic memory, or if you have already very good information, you might be feeling that, oh, this is okay. But for a lot of us, for the first time when I did this, I was surprised. Wow, I can actually do that, right? So just remember, with the correct strategies, you should be able to remember much more than this. Remember our average information in our brain, if we do not use any methods, is how many informations can we remember in our short-term memory if we do not use any form of strategy? Yes, just 7 and 8. But if you are able to use all of these methods and strategies that we just shared with you today, you should be able to dramatically multiply it upwards. It's just like human walking And until we invented the bicycle, we are able to multiply the efficiency on how we move around. Yeah, our brain is like a supercomputer if we use it wisely. Yes, strategy matters. Next up, if you can still remember this, what is the name of the Bornean orangutan? Yeah, this one we didn't link really well, yeah, but let's see if it links and if it sticks in your brain. Pongo something, okay. Pongo, okay, this one, some of you might forget because I didn't really put in much tying on towards this. I just gone through with you with a few example, but yes, the answer is Pongo pygmaeus. Yes, very good. And one final recall activity, yeah, for the day. Hands in front of the keyboard and comment as fast as you can on this person's name over here. What is this person's name? Beautiful. Yes. So you might have triggered the word Simba. Why is it raining so hard, right? Why is everything so wet? And why is there a switch? Yes, that means your brain has already linked and hooked in all of the informations in your brain effectively. If you have gotten the correct answer, comment down wow, W-O-W, if you managed to recall his name. Okay, so what was the main difference when we first tried to remember this person's name with what we are currently doing right now? Yeah, yes, his name is Simon Reinhardt. Yes, powerful. Okay, so from here, what is the main difference between first, when you first try to remember his name, just by using hope and pray that my brain will remember it, in comparison with what we just did over here? This is the main secret, right? Informations, if you do the correct and complete encoding process, which you have distinctive, something that stands out, and if you link it using stories, acronyms, memory palace, right? And if you consolidate it, right, brain glue it, organize it in a way that is powerful for your brain, level 1, level 2, level 3 information, putting it into mind maps, right? And if you do both of this process completely, when you go to the exam hall, when you're trying to recall the information, you should have no issues in remembering it. And this is what we call a complete stage of memory, right? So congratulations to everyone. This is the time for what we have for today. I know it's been very fast, but hopefully it has been very useful for you. If it's useful for you, comment down yes. Comment down yes if you are willing to give it a try in your daily class and in your daily subjects that you are going to prepare for examination. Yeah, comment down useful if it's useful for you. Yes. Okay, I'm glad that you find it useful, as it has been very useful for me myself as well. So by the way, these are just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, just maybe less than 1% of so many other methods that we have in place. Hopefully next year we'll have another one over here, but I would just like to ask you to challenge yourself, right? If you have challenges in trying to remember or recalling information, try to go back to the International Association of Memory, yeah, and try to find out how are the creative methods that you can remember. Because remember, creativity is only required when you have challenges to solve in your life, right? Very, very important distinction. If everything is smooth sailing, you do not need to even have creativity. You do not even need to use your brain. You will just chill on the seaside with nothing to think about. But the reality is, if we have challenges and problems, especially in schools and in life, you need to have creative brain to be able to come up with solutions, or even to find solutions that are creative enough. So that is all from me for the information for the Score A Creative Learning competition for today. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions with regards to the competition that you're about to undertake, you can comment down on the Zoom chat, and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your time, all 300 of you that are still together with us after this many hours. I hope that your brain power are still okay. Yeah. And hopefully that you are all are going to be participating in the competition over here. Yeah. So you can post in any of your question over here in the Zoom chat and we will address it one by one. Yes. If I have any queries, who can I ask? Okay, if you are in the Telegram group, we will later be opening up the comment function, so you can ask any question in the Telegram group as well. Okay, so can I use color pencil to make decoration? Yes. Okay, so just let me do the summary again of the competition that is about to happen. Over here, it is this. Okay, number one. Step one, what do we need to do? Actually, we can do some mind mapping on this as well, but anyways, so step number one is that we will be giving you a link that you can comment, right? That you can, it's in the comment section in the Zoom and also in the Telegram group. Make sure that you download it. It's in PDF version, yeah? Okay, download it. It's in PDF version. There's 7 pages to it. The topic is about biodiversity. Okay, the theme that we are going to be choosing for this round of Score A Creative Learning is biodiversity. Okay, for those of you who can't remember the word biodiversity, I can use the Simon Reinhardt method. Bio, diver, and city. Okay, right. So from here, what you need to do is first download, read through it, right? Right now, it should be much easier for your brain, right? How many of you feel that it's much easier for your brain after you have learned the highlighting method over here, level 1, level 2, and level 3? Yeah, okay. And then that is step number 1. Step number 2 is that you would just need to create a learning note based on this PDF file over here. Okay. Read through, highlight it. We can't see how you highlight it, but try and use the level 1 through 3 method or any of the method that you have over there. Organize it and create your own learning notes. So you can use mind maps, you can use table like this, you can use many other methods. You can go online and research some of the methods that you can use for your learning notes. But the main thing on how we will judge your learning notes is that if you are able to add in completeness and accuracy of information. That means, did you put in all of the key informations from this topic over here? Got it? So level 1 information, level 2 and level 3 information. Yeah. And then number 2 is that, do you use distinctive cues for your remembering techniques? So do you use emojis, pictures, colors, and etc.? All of that we have shared with you earlier. Yeah. And number 3, level of creativity, right? The different methods on how you use to create all of these learning notes. Okay, got it? So these are all of the key informations. And remember, 1 page, A4 size or art block paper, utilize any stationery tools, pen, pencils, highlighters, and all of your notes must be 100% hand created. Yeah, hand created. Yeah, cannot use computer, handphone software. You cannot print it out and stick it on the paper. Not permitted. Yeah, and students to take clear and accurate picture of the learning note. Yeah, and we will upload the link. Yeah, to be provided to you. So if you click on the link over here, yeah, say for example, if you click on the link over here, you will see this. Yeah. So what happens is that put in your email, your full name, your school name as well. Okay. What form are you in? Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5. Okay. Your class name. Yeah, this should be easy. Your teacher's name, the teacher that is in charge in your school. Contact number. And then state. Which state are you in? Okay. Which state are you in? Maybe you can comment on the Zoom chat. Yeah, majority of you, I just want to find out what is the, okay, if you're from KL, just put in KL, yeah? Okay, very good. And upload your learning notes here, okay? So from here, how do you upload? Click the add file, select files from your device, or you can drag it in. So for example, okay, and upload. Okay, and there you have it. Make sure it's in high res quality. Okay, so how do you take the pictures? Do not take pictures like this, where you are holding the paper. Do not take pictures like this with things blocking and the drawing slanted and things like that. Take pictures like this, that is straight, horizontal or vertical. Make sure it's straight and direct and clear. Got it? So, and from there, step number 3 as well. Very important, 10 December, right? So on 10, so right now until 10 December, there's 7 days. So after you have read through all of this, right, we will have an online quiz as well. The online quiz, which we will be putting in the questions from this article over here, and you will try to answer it, just ABCD question, as fast as you can. So the faster that you can complete the question, faster you can answer it. Right? And then from here, there will be the learning notes, 70%. And these are the main 2 criteria that we will use to pick the students that will go through the next round of the competition. Objective question, 30%, accuracy and completion time. Learning notes are judging based on completeness, accuracy of information, utilizing of visuals, emojis, pictures, colors, whatsoever. Levels of creativity. All of this deadline is 13 September, which means you have 10 more days. 10 hari, 10 more days to go to submit your learning notes. So learning notes, you can already submit it today. You can already submit it today. Okay. So to answer a few questions over here, must we write our name and school name in the paper? You do not have to, as long as you have put in your full name over here. Make sure that you have the correct full name. But I always say that, an artist always signs and write his name on his artwork. So you can write it down on the paper as well. Okay.
OJ, since we're on this, right, also need to remind the students to rename their file into their own name. So when you upload your notes, before you upload your notes, you rename your notes into your own name. That's very important. Don't become like IMG, like some numbers, right? Rename your the file into your own name, just like this.
So over here I put the nickname, so you should put your full name over here, okay? I think we will do a separate video, short video on this so that it's clear for everyone. Is it okay? Yeah. And let me just address all of the other questions. If send photo must be in PNG or JPG format. JPEG, PNG, best is in PNG, so it's higher res quality. If it's in PDF, that would be great as well, right? There's an app called Cam Scanner. If you have it, you can scan the file as well using your handphone. When will the winners be announced? Okay, we will announce after 13 September. After 13 September, we'll announce it either via email or via phone. So make sure that you have put in the contact number here so that we can, and make sure that you have your school name and class. So if we can't contact you, we can actually contact your school and your teacher to let them know that you have qualified to the next round. Okay, fortunately, it is during school holiday, yes. How many winners? What are the prizes? Again, we're going to put in the prizes again. There might be more prizes if you are, because Faber-Castell is a very, very generous company. They've prepared a lot of prizes for you. So make sure that you at least go to the final round, that you will get a lot more prizes, even though if you don't win the first prize over here. So you will get a lot other prizes. So these are the main prizes. So consolation prize, 6 consolation prize. These are the main prizes: 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place. It is the certificate for all participants. Yes, if you at least submit the your notes If you at least submit it, you will get the certificate. Because your certificate, make sure that you have your full name over here, yeah, because this will be used for your certificate. Yeah, this will be used for the certificate. So make sure that you put in your full name, the name that will be appeared on your certificate. Okay, so one thing, maybe we can put a remark over there, the name on your certificate, on the full name. Okay, where will the final round be held? Okay, the final round will be announced. If you are in the final round, we will announce to you. There will be a separate briefing for you as well. Yeah. So Carl Wiesel, yeah. Make sure that you go through the final round. Then we will let you know the answer for that. Yeah. But for now, just worry about the first round competition from here. Yes, this is the first phase. Yeah. So a few of you will be selected for the next round. So make sure that your learning notes are created well, and also you answer the objective questions. Okay, any other questions? Actually, the session has already ended, yeah? So you can leave the Zoom chat right now. But for those of you who have questions, you can still stay on in this Zoom over here. And by the way, let's take a group photo before we make a move.
Sure. I think we can address one very important question by Dia. Actually, a very good question. How to win this competition? So, Jay, what is the most important criteria you would say to have in the learning notes?
Yeah, which part of it? Yeah. So, Carvizel, how to win this competition? There are two parts. Yeah. One is the objective question. On the 10th of September, you will answer the objective question. Number two is the learning notes, right? Learning notes, 1-page learning note that you have to upload it up to us. So we'll judge based on the 3 criteria that we have shared with you just now. So 30%, 70%. So highest marks will go through the next round based on the judges.
So in the learning notes, just like what Jay has mentioned, the 3-level system, important information, and the colors, use symbols, right? Try to be as interesting as possible. That will increase your chances.
Yeah, so Dashwin, yeah, this is just the first round. Yeah, this will get you to the second round that you have second level information. So we will have more challenges and missions for you for the next round. Yeah, so just make sure that you are ready for the next round if you go to the next round. Okay, so let's take a group photo first before we address all of the other answers.
So feel free to switch on your video and we will take a photo very, very quickly. Yes, already been 2.5
thank you so much, you guys. How are you guys feeling after this session today? I hopefully that all of you are excited as I am for the competition. I'm really, really excited to see what kind of notes that you are able to create out of this. And also if you are able to use all of the methods that we have shared with you just now, if not all, maybe just one of it, maybe just the Simon Reinhardt remembering method, that will help you a lot in all of your competition. Okay, so Wenbing, let's do the honors from here.
Okay, I saw someone is in the car moving already. Okay, no problem. So let's do a score A sign just like this, right? Score A sign in front of you. Don't cover your face. Put it at the side, in the middle, right? And then hopefully after this, all of you will get an A, right? Remember things more clearly, more effective. Right now, I'll take 2 photos, right? Okay, ready with your A. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more are switching on their camera. And one more, last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Thank you so much for everyone who switched on your camera and taking pictures. And then for joining in today briefing session, I'll pass to Jay for the final messages about the competition.
Okay, so by the way, how many of you will be participating? Comment down 1 in this competition. My thought is that, there will be one thing that will prevent you from joining the competition. That is trying to be perfect. I need to draw the perfect drawing. I need to create a very, very beautiful drawing before I submit it. My thought is that draw it today, submit once first. And then after that, if you have more ideas, you will have more ideas later on. The first, second, third iteration, you will definitely have more powerful ideas on top of that, right? So don't be aiming for perfectionism, right? Because you can submit as many times as you want, especially for the the note taking. Yeah. So just do your best. Create as many notes as you can. Just submit it in. Don't. It doesn't really matter. We will look through all of it, right? And we will select the best. So if you have 3 drawings that are really beautiful, we will select just one of the best one. The highest mark will be selected, right? So you can just feel free, just submit it in any amount of number. If you have 10 ideas, just submit 10 ideas. Remember, you only have 1 page, right? So make the best use of 1 page. Yeah. Some people tell me that, hey, I can never put in all of the information in 1 page. My answer to you is that I have seen people put in an entire book of information in 1 page. So do not tell me that these 7 pages cannot be put in 1 page. Okay, I've seen people put an entire 200, 300 pages of information into one page. Yeah? So 7 pages is definitely derivable into one piece of art block. Yeah. Okay. And most importantly, do not take part because of trying to be perfect, right? Send in your idea, read through it, come in with the first submission, second submission, third submission. I bet you your 5th submission will be a lot better than your first submission. Yeah. That is 100% guaranteed. Right? If you do 10 submissions, the 10th version will almost be 100% a lot better than your first submission. That's 100%. The main thing is that we want you to try this method out. If you haven't really incorporate all of this distinctive method, pictures, colors, all of this method in your note-taking method, try it out as best as you can, right? There's no right or wrong in this case, but there's only self-improvement, right? You do it better than your previous version. Yeah, and that's the way to go, right? Only for the objective question, you get to just answer it one time, but I think objective question, you can try it out as well. We'll do a separate briefing on that, but make sure that your learning notes are being created well. Yeah, I can't create a perfect circle. Don't worry. Just submit anything that you can on top of that. Yeah. Can you use Junker Lucas? Yes, you can. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, you can put it in. We will still be here. For those of you who need to go elsewhere already, maybe any other programs, feel free to leave this meeting. Thank you so much for joining in today's session. Thank you so much for participating. Hope you have enjoyed and benefited from the session. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jay. And thank you so much, everyone. And before I end this meeting, right, I just want to quickly share something to those who are still here. So secondary school, guys, you will still see 2 articles, but you do the learning notes based on the first one only, the biodiversity secondary level, right? You only do the learning notes based on this first one. The second one, why is it there? Is because your objective questions will be based on these 2 articles all together. So read all, okay? Read all, but the notes, only the first one, biodiversity. Is it clear? Clear, then type in clear, clear, then type in clear, right? This is the final message, final message. I'll put all this in the Telegram group as well. Then just a very, very final to address those frequently asked questions. Over here, very quick one, bear with me. Deadline 13 September. How many pages? 1 page. What are the information needed? Important information, key information based on the biodiversity article. Add in colors and symbols. Many of you asked about title. A suitable title based on your understanding. We won't give any titles, but you feel free to put in your own titles, right, that you think suitable. Then must you use MindMap or Riverflow? No, you can use other formats as well, table or stuff like that. What tools and stationery? Any stationery, watercolors, pencil, marker, everything can, as long as using hand created, not digital software, not digital format, not like you print something and then paste it, no, right? Or yeah, you use hand. 6, what kind of paper? Only white A4 paper or white B4 drawing block. Only these 2 kind. 7, what languages can be used in the notes? English and Bahasa Malaysia. Or English or Bahasa Malaysia. Right? When and how will mission 2 objective question be sent? All the links of the question will be sent in the Telegram group on 10 September. So stay tuned in the group, especially on 10 September. Don't go anywhere. Even you have vacation, you take care of the Telegram group, and then click in the link to submit the questions. Right? By then, you already read the articles, 2 articles, then you're able to answer already. 9, what are the objective questions about? Yeah, based on the 2 articles that we provided. 10, participant will get the certificate. Yes, as long as you upload the notes, then you'll get e-certificate of participation. Make sure your full name is correct. So that's all from me. All this will be posted in the Telegram as well. We'll be always reminded, give you a reminders. And hopefully you guys have a great weekend. And yes, we will end the Zoom very soon right now.
I think one final bonus for all of you over here. How many of you wants some more detail on how to create beautiful and better notes? Yeah, how many of you wants this? Comment down me if you want this. This is special bonus lah. We'll post it in the Telegram group as well. Okay, there's a YouTube video that I would want you to have a look. Yeah, so this is actually a video by one of our expert sharers. Yeah, that we will be sharing it in the Telegram group that you can have a look. That will show you one of the ways that you can create for your notes. So you can have a look. And you can go online as well to have a look at other different methods. Yeah, so we will be sharing it with you in the Telegram group. So make sure that you are in the Telegram group. Yeah, that you are in the Telegram group. Okay, so I think for any others, if you have any other questions, I can put it in the Zoom chat over here. Otherwise, then what we will do is that in 5 minutes, we will end the Zoom chat over here. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care and have a fun weekend. Okay, I think Tarshani has asked a question. May I ask, is the objective and the notes is tickets to the final round? Can I mix both languages, BM or English? Okay, majority of the language should be in English. And by the way, for the this one is just the first round to the second round. Yeah, so it's not directly to the final. So there are a few more rounds that you have to go through because I think there's close to about 3,000 of you in the group. Yeah, so there's going to go through a few stages. Yeah, hopefully that answers the question, Tarashani. For joining this, for joining this Zoom, will we get the cert? So as we mentioned just now, yeah, Renuka, you have to submit, at least fill in the submission form. You can submit, upload anything that you want because the full name, yeah, the name of your certificate will be coming from this. Yeah, in the creative secondary. So if you fill this up and you submit, at least you need to put in your full name here, right? You have to have your full name here for us to generate the eCert. Yeah. So please, everyone, put in your full name or the name that you want it to be appearing in your eCert. Okay, Renuka, hopefully that answers your question. And I think from Chai Wei over here, what's the difference between flowchart and river flow? Okay, flowchart, right? It's if you look at this, right? Flowchart. Yeah, flowchart, right? Over here is actually something that looks like this, right? If you've seen over here, flowchart, okay, not okay. So there's not much information that you put on this. It's very powerful to use the flowchart for yes and no question and for direct information, yes or no. If no, then we do this. If yes, then we do this, right? You can't see more information on top of that. While river flow method is much more like what we shown earlier, yeah? River flow method, there is more information that you can put on top and is organized using level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. Yeah, hopefully you can see the difference over here. Yeah, flowchart is basically directly from here. right? Just yes, no question, very short burst decision making processes. Yeah. Whereas the river flow method is much more descriptive on level 1, level 2, and level 3 information. Yeah. Hopefully that answers that question over there. Yeah. And for anyone else, if you have any question, you can still post in the answer over here. Yeah. So hopefully that answers the question for our friend over there from Chai Wei. Yes. Okay. Okay, there's still about 39 of you over here. If you have any question, you can post it down on the Zoom chat over here. And otherwise, then in 1 minute, we will end the session for the day. Okay, so once again, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining in today's session. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll play a short video and we look forward to see you in the finals of the Score A Creative Learning Olympics. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.